Hello. Hey, everybody. Y'all come on in and get comfortable, please. Come in and get comfortable. We back. RHOA is back and we back too. So let's get into it. I got the vertical running at the same time. So if y'all are already in here and you see another notification come up, don't leave. You already in the right place, okay? Y'all come on in, come on in, come on in. Hit the like button. Put your like number in the chat. Let's get into what's going on, y'all. RHOA is back. This is season 17, episode 1. And I'm going to just tell y'all, my hair is sticking all over my head. Why y'all ain't say that? But it wasn't what I expected. Hey, everybody in the vertical. How y'all doing? Hey. Get on in here. Get on in here. So look, it's so good to see y'all. Yes, happy to be happy. Here she go. Here's the old lady. I am here. Like I said, right now, y'all know how we've been doing it lately, and we still gonna keep doing it like that, at least until, YouTube do their thing and start sending in notifications. So right now we run in doubles. Cheryl Brisky, where have you been? Oh my gosh, it's good to see you. We run in doubles. We got our regular live stream going and we got our vertical going because we got to make sure that we got both people. Hey, Goddess of Love, how are you? So listen, let me greet who's in here and get into it. Oh, Ian, the core junkie, everybody, we got the whole family up in here on a holiday. All right. Miss Nisi, hey, how are you? Thank you for being like number 3. Happy Resurrection Sunday to you too. And happy Resurrection Sunday to everybody who is out there. Okay. Kat, hey, boo. Happy Sunday. Good to see you. Thank you for being like number 4. I miss you too, girl. Adrian Marie, happy Resurrection Sunday to you. Thank you for being like number 4. D. Saratina's like number 5. Good to see you. Auntie Eva, good to see you too. Hey there. Y'all hit the like button. Sean Living Life, how are you? Yes, what else is going on? I've been decent. We're going to talk about it. I'm going to tell you. Yes, he is risen. He is Lord. Don't y'all start me. Don't start me. You know I get started. Hey, Catherine Bennett, thank you for being number 7. Happy Resurrection Sunday to you. Listen, Catherine says she was looking for the notification in the daytime with a flashlight. Well, we here, and we're going to get into it. Y'all know I got my notebooks, and I'm ready to go. I am ready to go. So we got our notebooks. We're going to get into everything that's happening. It's so good to see everybody. Our good sis Jackie Gaines is here. Happy Resurrection Sunday to you. Thank you for being like number 7. Our nephew Gossip News is in the house. So good to see you. Welcome, and welcome again to everyone. Ms. Gardner, thank you for being like number 2. Welcome. Happy Resurrection Sunday. Same to you. Happy to be happy. Y'all hit the like button. Everybody who's over here in the vertical, you can kick it with us over here for a little while, but I'm going to shut this one down eventually, and we're going to all be over on the other one. So this is just to make sure we don't lose anybody in the mix, okay? We don't want to lose anybody. Quiet Storm. Hey, boo. How is our princess? I hope she had a wonderful Easter. I hope she had a pretty dress with her pretty lace and ruffles and frills, and I want pictures. I don't care how you get them to me, but I want pictures. Okay. This is our girl, the Lauren Brown. Lauren Brown, I was bragging about the presents you sent me, and I missed you last time I went live. Lauren be looking out for me, y'all. Y'all just don't know. And it's the little things, and she's somebody that will lift my spirits. And it's just this, and it's always when I least expect it too. So I'm so grateful. Thank you, Lauren. Miss Lovely T, thank you for being number 9. It's the crazy, the amazing DS. It's so good to see you. Thank you for being number 10 since 58. Hit it at the same time, and so did the Lauren Brown. We got 3 10s back to back, and y'all some 10s for real. Magaline Lamar is number 17. Good to see you. I know. I missed you too. So good to see you. Hey, DV. Thank you for being number 10. 4 10s. All right. Zaline, good to see you. All right. Aries Sun, happy Resurrection Sunday to you. All right. Y'all tell them again. Don't forget to hit that like button. And listen, don't forget, y'all, the engagement button on the bottom right-hand side. If you tap it and you hit an emoji, it'll give me bubbles. And y'all know I do want the bubbles. I want the bubbles. I'm just being real honest. I want them bubbles. I need them bubbles. Okay. Our girl Cheryl Brisky is in the house. How you doing, boo? So good to see you. So good to see you, Ian, the Court Junkie up in here. That's my nephew. Y'all hit the like button. Quiet. I'm sorry, Queen of Hearts. KS is number 21. Teresa, girl, we on the other one. This is the vertical. This is the one I'm going to end. And then we're going to go to the regular live stream. So if you want to start migrating that way, you can. Anybody else who's in here, when we get ready to start reviewing RHOA tonight, I'm going to end this one. But you're still going to see that I'm live. If you just tap the icon for the channel, it'll take you right over to our regular live stream, okay? All right, all right. Thank you for being like number 21. Y'all hit that like button. Please don't make me beg. You might want to get your pearls. It's a couple of pearl moments. It's a couple of moments where you might want your pearls, Quiet Storm. You just might. God's anointed daughter, how are you? Happy Resurrection Sunday to you. Good to see everybody. Tamika Graham in the house. Thank you for being number 24. E. Davis is number 22 on 22s. Good to see you. All right. DT. Hey, my love. Good to see you. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. He risen. And we is here. Deborah Tucker, how are you? Good to see you, Deborah. This is our vertical. Remember, this live on this side is going to end soon, but when it does, stay on the same channel. All you got to do is hit the icon for my channel, and it'll bring you over to the regular main live, okay? We just didn't want to lose anybody. Vicky Black is here. Y'all, my DT is here. I'm happy now. Vicky Black in the house. Thank you for being 25. Camille Fun. Hey, boo, hit the like button. All right, all right. Jacob, how you doing? It's always good to see you. Happy Resurrection Sunday. All right, Judy Acquaye. Hey, sis, thank you for being 24. I appreciate you. Thank you for being 8. Happy to be happy. My beautiful sister, Dr. Queen Lily Young is in the house. Hello, sis. I love you. She's gorgeous. I miss you. We got to talk, baby. We ain't caught up on no talking and gossiping and cutting up in a while. And I miss you and I love you, sis. Good to see you as always. Is Tish in the house? Hey, girl. Thank you for being number 26. DT is 34. Richard Wilson, also 34. Happy Resurrection Sunday to everybody. Divatude, Duval County's finest is in the house. Always glad to see our Florida girls. I appreciate you. All right. Hey, sis. Listen, when the names change, you know I gotta figure it out. It's about Angel today. I like it. It's about Angel today. I love it. I love it. I love it. Listen, congratulations on your 55-month royal anniversary. Happy to be happy. Good to see you. With that, Brianna King is in the house. Hey, sis. I did. I almost got discouraged because some things didn't go the way I wanted them to go. And then I had to remind myself, like, I ain't in control. And no matter how it goes, it's still cool. Hey, Miss Thelma. This is our vertical now. Be ready. We're going over to the main live. Matter of fact, I'm getting ready to end this live. So let me do our instructions like we always do. If you over here and I'm pointing at you and I'm looking at you, don't go nowhere. You're in the right live. Now, if I'm looking at you over here and I'm pointing at you, we're about to end this live, but when it ends, all you got to do is tap the icon for the channel because I'm still going to be live and it'll bring you over to our main live stream, okay? See y'all on the inside, all right? I'm going to end this one now. Bye, but not bye. Come over there. All right. So look, we finna get into it, honey. We finna get into it. Okay. I just don't want to miss nobody. DT has evening announcements. Reflection Corner is now open for those of you who need an Easter reflection for your one-liners. We will be timed out for cutting up. Yes. Based on how bad you cut up. Because if you cut up real, if you just cut up regular bad, it might be 15 seconds. But if you just act crazy, we might give you a whole 30 seconds to sit down, get you a chicken wing, some potato salad, some of them, baby shower meatballs, and some red punch, and think about what you just said, okay? sis on the phone is in the house. Y'all know she don't always drop off in the chat, but she is absolutely in the skybox with them scissors. Okay, so y'all behave. Thank you for being number 43 Gossip News. Y'all come on through. Come on through. All right. And listen, she say she done had a couple of sips too. So y'all better act right. I can't save you. Okay. Deborah Randall is here. Y'all know once Deborah Randall is here, it is now legal to discuss housewives. It is now legal. Okay. No, don't go early. Don't go early because we don't know how many times we got to send you throughout the course of the evening. So don't go early. No. DS got the corner on lock. I'm sure by now DS has organized the chairs and put the snacks out and the red punch and them thin slices of church cake. Okay. Big Red. Hey, you done changed your name. How you doing, Mackie? Good to see you. Mackie said, I'm going to need Porsha to keep sleeping with married men out of her vocabulary and stop accusing others of something she's true to the game of doing. What you talking about? I don't understand. You came in hot and you done lost all us, Big Red. Hey, Philly Joy. Thank you for being number 45. Angie Girl is 49. Y'all keep my likes right. Keep my bubbles right. Mods, I need y'all to watch and make sure I got bubbles and all that. And let's get into this thing. So let me tell y'all. So, and I got my lap throw. Got my blankie because I need to be comfortable while we get through these notes. So listen. Now, definitely lemon pound cake. Because in true old lady at the church fashion, if it's a red velvet, I'm gonna go hide it in the back of my car before we even start slicing the cake. The red velvet ain't even making it to the tables. I'm telling y'all that right now. Okay. And DT brought extra snacks for the reflection corner. Okay. All right. Because we know y'all ain't gonna do right. Yes, and they were a good time. I had a good kiki watching K. Michelle and Charles. So y'all know I told y'all the last time. Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's going to the car. Along with 2 or 3 plates fully made and covered in foil will also be hid in the car before we start serving the rest of the congregation. All right? Amen. Okay. Gossip News say I got back with my ex-boyfriend a couple weeks ago. Child, listen, I wasn't getting in your business. I ain't getting in it. Hey, Brandon Martin. Hey, my love. Happy Resurrection Sunday. Thank you for being like number 51. Dana Brown. Thank you for being 52, boo. You got chocolate chip cookies in the oven right now. And you telling me, but you ain't sent none to my house. Okay, I understand where we are. So y'all know I told y'all last time I went live, like I had to take a bit of a break because it was a mental health thing. Like I needed a break. It was a lot going on and I couldn't talk about all that stuff. But now, since RHOA is back on the screen, the foolishness is at an all-time high. I can tell this about to be some foolishness for the rest of this season just from episode 1. Just from episode 1. This about to be some foolishness. It's shaping up. It's shaping up to be foolishness, okay? Also, just to let y'all know where I am today. So I appreciate all the positive energy. I appreciate everybody coming in here with the right attitude. I appreciate y'all hitting the like button, and I appreciate my bubbles. I need everybody to stay positive. Make sure that we keep all comments and commentary on the people, these heifers and these and their men on this show. No disrespect of any kind will ever be tolerated in my chat. Y'all know the rules around here. Everybody got a fave. Your fave may not be their fave and vice versa, but we can drag them without taking it out on each other because nobody has to like your fave and you don't have to like nobody else's. And remember, before I even start this commentary, don't forget, I don't like none of them heifers. So at any given moment, I could drag them hookers up and down by their lace front or their kneecaps, and I ain't gonna have no mercy. All right? Put a 1 in the chat if you hear me. If you hear what I'm putting out, put a 1 in the chat because I want to make sure we all understand where Auntie coming from. Hey, Latrice, how you doing, boo? Good to see you. It has been a long time. Yeah. I see the ones. That's what I'm talking about. My sis can tell you, she know I don't like none of them, and I don't spare nobody. Okay? So if you are faint of heart, or if you got a heart condition, you got arrhythmias, a heart murmur, you got a little skippity tick, skippity pap, so you ticker, make sure that you take one of them chewable baby aspirins before we get started. All right? Because I ain't sparing nobody and I ain't apologizing either. Okay? I don't have no faves. I don't like none of them. So yeah, it does appear that we might be going back down to the June bug, and I apologize because I didn't want to go to the June bug the first time. But thanks to Angela Oakley, it appears that we may indeed be returning back to the June bug. Okay? Yeah. So make sure that y'all greet each other, be kind, please respect and be kind to my moderators. Please respect and be kind to me. And in return, I'm going to respect and be kind to you. All right. You see somebody you ain't seen before, welcome them. Anybody who's hanging with us for the first time, please put FTL for first time live in the chat so we can welcome you personally and individually, because we are happy to have you here. Okay. And it means a lot that you're here. And if it's your first time, please subscribe because we want you to come back too. Okay. All right. And I need personally positive energy. I'm in a good place. It was just my mama's birthday yesterday. I know Easter's today, but my mama's birthday was yesterday. And I did a lot of thinking about a lot of stuff. And sometimes when we think too much, it can mess with your energy level. So I'm counting on y'all, and I'm going to be feeding off of y'all's energy tonight. Like y'all feed off mine, I'm going to feed off yours. Okay? So I appreciate that. I really appreciate you all for being here. And some of y'all know about the 5 wise, the 5 wise and the 5 foolish. And tonight I might need to borrow some of your oil. Okay? I might have to borrow some of your oil. So if you don't mind, loan your big sister, your auntie, or however you see me, some of your oil, because I might need a little oil in my vessel tonight. Okay? I don't know about the tapes, but we're gonna get into it. Country Girl Queen is in the house. Hey sis, how you doing? Good to see you. We love you. All right. Pray for me. Don't pray for mama. Mama going on to heaven. She in glory. She good. She ain't got nothing else to worry about. Us, on the other hand, pray for me. Pray for me. So look, let's get into it. The notebook is here. So let's talk about what then went on tonight. So it means so much. I love y'all. I love y'all so much. It means so much to be loved back. So they started off with foolishness. To be honest, I didn't know who walked out in that opening scene. Oh, Brandon requested to know how many pages. Now, this is the full size notebook. So let's see how many pages on the full size that we have, y'all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages on the 8.5 by 11. So this is what y'all in for tonight, okay? But they started with Cynthia Bailey coming out like she's watching the show on the screen. So we know, hey, Ray, that's what I'm talking about. You pray for me and I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to do it. Teresa. Adrian Marie, thank you so much for the super chat. This is my first supporter the whole night, and I appreciate you. That's so sweet. 6 pages, honey. 6. Auntie don't miss nothing. I have to keep it straight. Who said what and when them hookers said it? Y'all know that's why you come here, because I'm gonna keep it straight. So look. So Cynthia come out as a friend of. So all I saw was a ponytail and a big old donkey. I mean, a wide wagon on the back porch. So I'm like, okay, is that Porsha? Is that not Porsha? And I'm like, well, I thought maybe it could be sent, but I wasn't really sure because, Cynthia done got messed around and got fine again. And I know this ain't part of the show necessarily, but we going to discuss it because it's worth discussing. Cynthia Bailey done went and got on them shots. And baby, listen, them shots is shotting. Baby, Cynthia done pulled that waistline down, that back porch, got a swing on it. All I can say, the swing she got on that back porch, I hope that she got a permit from the county. I hope she got a permit from the county for that poach. Hey, Lulu's little girl, thank you for being number 65, sis. Because y'all know for sure. When you already shaped up like that and you mess around and drop a little bit of weight, that thing be just, I say, well, good Lord, Saint Jesus, what is happening? So when it was her, she turned around talking about what else is going on here, girl, you tell us. All that rump you toting. And I'm somebody with a big old rump, but Cynthia made me, I had to make sure she hadn't stole part of mine because I didn't know what the hell was going on. She come rolling out there like that. I say, what is really going on? Talking about what else is going on. You tell us. Hey, Iron Butterfly, Battle Zone, how you doing? Good to see you. All right, Iron Butterfly in the house. Yes, that thing was just a bouncing and going. I said, well, all right, son. So we got a little preview of what we, the coming attractions for the season. I enjoyed that. I really didn't know where they was going with them opening scenes, to be honest with you. I didn't know where we was going with this. Lord, DT talking about he need to know who training Cynthia. Let me tell you something. You can't train to get a booty like that. That's collards and cornbread. Hey, all right, y'all hear me? That's neck bones and rice. That's crackling bread and clabber milk. That's what that is. That's cube steak, butter beans and gravy. Sweet tea with extra sugar. That's what do that. That's the only thing you could do with that. You can't train up on that. That's genetics and good groceries. Okay, and shout out to all my good grocery girls. Shout out to y'all. Yeah. So I didn't know where they was going with the opening scenes. Oh no, sis on the phone says she never noticed a tattoo on my hand. That girl, that's the tattoo I got when after my mother passed. I've had this since 2022. No, honey. Cynthia's from Alabama. That ain't no Georgia peach. That's Alabama's finest. That's what that is. That is Alabama's finest. Yeah, all natural, homegrown. Yes. So we see where Phaedra talking to her son about going to homecoming. He want a pretty girl. Hey, Rochelle, thank you for being like number 68. I need y'all to hit my like button because I know good and well y'all ain't sitting up in my house and ain't hit that like button. I invited y'all in my home and everybody is comfortable. I need y'all to hit that like button. I don't want to beg for likes because we got to get through what's happening. So he tell his mama it got to be a good looking girl. And she talking about what, but can she be smart or whatever? Phaedra, your son is a baby. He's not thinking about the future and who gonna marry him and they gonna have, an 800 credit score and build a mansion together. He's a young boy trying to date the pretty girl. Then he told his mama to date Drake. I say, have mercy. This poor baby don't know no better. That's how I knew that child was innocent, because nobody who's, aware would want their mama with somebody as dirty as Aubrey. Like, Aubrey up here done had a whole baby with a cornucopia star, had to get 3 and 4 DNA tests to make sure the baby was his and didn't belong to 25, 30 other men. That is not who you want your mama with. Your daddy was raggedy enough. Your daddy was raggedy and dirty and sleeping on an air mattress and an ex-con, and your mama done rolled around with him on an air mattress in an apartment as an ex-con. The last thing you should want your mama to do, son, is go get somebody just as dirty, dingy, and covered in fleas and ticks as your daddy. Okay, I'm just saying. Right. It's Diaz. Would nobody want their dog to date Drake? And you better not trust your dog around him, because all that for the dog stuff, all my dogs, I don't trust them around no dogs. I don't trust them around nobody and nothing, actually. Okay. All right, we got our sis on the phone. She done dropped out the skybox. Y'all know it's real. Okay, she said ain't enough likes for her. 70 likes, 109 people kicking it with us. Y'all hit the like button now. Do right. So then we find out Kelly's daughter's going to college and she act like she ain't really ready for the baby to go. I understand. That's her oldest. It'd be hard to turn loose that first baby. So I understand she ain't want her to go. Then we get to Angela and Charles. Truth is, I'm tired. I say, now, how Angela got me feeling tired on her first scene in episode 1 of season 17. Angela made me tired. So tired, Lord. Oh, God, I was so tired. So we get the whole barbecue scene. Her and Charles out the door. They at the grill. They barbecuing. So she decides she gonna barbecue. She want him to eat the food what she cooking, and I'm like, okay, it's cute. This got a good this could go right, maybe. I'm thinking we saved from the June bug. Oh no, they hitting you with the commercials. Yeah. And then her daughter said that her hamburgers look like hockey pucks, child. They out there, she just flipping them. She said, no, I think he gonna like them like this. I say, well, if he a smart man, he gonna tell her he like them if he want any peace. Okay, he gonna tell her he like them. So she went ahead, she made them. Yeah, Charles, your lunch is ready. Is waiting on you. Yeah. Yeah, he been he been tainted. That's right. So she's doing her thing or whatever. He bit the burger, told her, oh yeah, it's nice, I like it. Now we saw last season that Charles can actually cook. So I'm doubting that the burgers was actually good by what we saw. And then the way he bit it and then turned it around at the camera, y'all, the only thing went through my head was the McDonald's man with the big arch. Put a 6 in the chat if y'all saw all that fiasco on social media with the burger companies beefing, the McDonald's, then Burger King, then here come Wendy's getting in it. Who else got in it? A&W got in it. All the burger places was beefing. So when he bit that hard burger, because that burger was hard looking, and then he turned it around at the camera, all you seen was this little bit of narrow piece of meat and that wide piece of white bread. I'm like, what the hell going on up in here? What is this? Hold on. Wait. Oh, hold on. What did I do? I did something. Miss Nisi, thank you so much for the Cash App. Let me send you a heart. My second supporter the whole night. Thank you, sister. I appreciate you. Yeah, y'all remember that? So he did that, and then, he asked her daughter to bring him something to drink. And Angela was so busy still trying to clear up. Y'all remember him and Angela had did the podcast, and he did the podcast, and he was like, I think somebody might have, slipped something in my drink why I ended up marrying her in Las Vegas or whatever. Yes, child, a dry hockey puck burger. So, we dealt with that at the time because he said what he said. Then she went live with him and made him, clear it up that no, ain't nobody slip him nothing. And that, he really did want to marry her or whatever like that. Right. So she still wanted him to clear it up on the show. He asked her daughter for something to drink because your burger was choking him, Angela. Charles bit down to that burger, did like the man on McDonald's, turned the burger around at the camera like, see, I bit it. And then went to coughing and gagging because he was choking on that dry burger. That burger was so dry. It needed an irrigation zone. That burger was so dry, it could have been in the Middle East. And that man bit that burger, told her it tastes good, and then asked for something to drink. Instead of her just telling her daughter, hurry up and bring him a drink so he don't strangle on this burger on camera. And I mess around and get a charge. Instead of her doing that, bring him something clear. Because if it's cloudy, he gonna say somebody put something in it. Lord Sean say the burgers need moisturizer. That's an 11-second violation. You the first person to be sent to the reflection corner. 11-second violation. Not IV. You know what? Take Sean. Y'all hold hands. Since you in charge, you need a 15-second violation. All right. We got Bianca the Beautiful, our head archangel, just slid into the chat. Hello, gorgeous. We love you. Happy Resurrection Sunday. So at that point, she bringing it back up for him to have to, I guess, reassure her again. on camera. Angela, you already made the man go live on social media. Why you need to discuss it again? Then, as if that was not enough. See, this is when I started to get tired. Remember I told y'all when we got into talking about this scene, truth is I'm tired. Angela, we tired. I'm tired. Let me just speak for me. Because maybe they not tired of you. I'm tired. I don't know what else to say. She did all of that and talked about how she had to clear up rumors. And what I'm not going to be doing is clearing up rumors. If they say he sleep in a stocking cap or roll his hair at night, I'm not clearing up no rumors. How you going a whole doggone monologue, a soliloquy about not clearing up rumors while clearing up another rumor that you done already cleared up one time? God dang, Angela. I'm tired. Ain't you tired? God dang. Angela, I don't care if that man is a butthole, if he rude, if he whatever, he's still there with you. He ain't left you. He is there. He want to be there. Everybody can see that Charles Oakley, the enforcer, is somebody that you can't make him do nothing. If he married her without a prenup, maybe that's why he there. If he married her and he happy to be there, maybe that's why he there. Whatever the case is, whatever got him there, Angela, he not leaving, sis. You don't have to come and clear up nothing. You don't have to clear up a rumor and then make a whole speech about how you not going to clear up no rumors. That's all you do. Leave us alone. Get away from us with this, man. I swear for God. Like at this point, I feel like if Charles Oakley tried to leave her, all of us should be deputized to chase him down with baseball bats and broom handles and chase him back in that woman's house, because we'll never hear the end of it. I promise you he better not leave her. I promise you he better not. Or I'm going to take it personal. Okay? Angie girl said, I'm sick and tired of Angela. If she shut up, we won't know he had been outside. We sure wouldn't. It don't make no sense. It just don't make no sense. Sis on the phone say that burger gave Jurassic World, Dark Side of the Moon, Mars 1. I'm through. Say tired of the guilty feelings. Tired of broken dreams. You so crazy. Y'all so crazy. Wait a minute. The burger looked like a horse's hoof. DT 17-second violation. I'm giving them out tonight. Everybody getting them. 17-second violation. DS, come get your counterpart. Come get your partner in crime. You see this? DS, where are you? 17 seconds. Come get them. Okay. So that happened. Then we get to Porsha and K Michelle. And I was like, you know what? This is going to be interesting because you actually bringing in people who know each other. Now we going to get into something rather than throwing all these random people together and then trying to manufacture mess. It looked like it's some homegrown real mess in the mix this time. Okay. Goddess of Love say she also gave him tortilla chips and watermelon. Baby, yeah. Touche. Yeah, Angela definitely give who cooked this. Who did this him. So Porsha goes to see K Michelle, y'all. K Michelle in there in front of a green screen taking pictures of one of her, I guess, a music, a single, album, or whatever, you know, some of her industry stuff. Y'all know K Michelle deep into music. And Kimberly Michelle got one of the baddest voices anywhere. She really does. And she's talented. So they in there, you know, it was a genuine greeting that you could tell these people who know each other. This was not, okay, we bringing this girl in, so you got to act like you know her. It wasn't given that. And because that ain't what it is. They've been knowing each other. They've done, you know, one of the little B movies together or whatever. Because K Michelle ain't much of an actress, and neither is Porsha. Let's keep it real. Okay, let's keep it real. But then again, don't go by me, because I don't think Drew Dummy is much of an actress. Shamia ain't much of an actress, but you know, anybody can act. If somebody, you know, cut you a check and give you a script and you can remember the words, most of these ladies give school play. They give high school musical, high school play, whatever. But they've done a little B movie together. They've known each other. K Michelle been, circulating around Atlanta for a while. Porsha, that's her stomping grounds or whatever. So they've known each other for years. K Michelle puts out her accolades, her number one records and all this stuff and all that. We know that about K. We ain't gotta really go down memory lane with that. We know her music. We love her music. At one point she had all the girls screeching, "You can't raise no man." Y'all remember that? Because y'all was screeching it too. I was for a little while. Nice little song. K does her thing on the music screen, on the music scene. That's for real. Talks about her country music, her being pudding when she does country music. Apparently that's also a nickname her family gave her, and that was cool. La La Chanel is here, y'all. Ooh la la la. Hey, gorgeous. Hit the like button. So glad to see you. Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Tubi, Lifetime movies. I know Porsha had did the Lifetime movie. I think K Michelle done did Lifetime movies. Drew has done Lifetime movies. All that, right? So anyway, they talked about the country music or whatever, and the fact that Beyonce had sent her some flowers, and she was, really excited about Cowboy Carter, and the fact that, Beyonce was like, "Oh, can't wait to meet you," or whatever, and they showed the clip of her and Porsha talking about that. And Porsha just wanted to, be in the mix. She was like, "Girl, I go and hold your purse." Yeah, and I can dig that. Y'all like the lady, want to be there and support, and just meet a celebrity. That's cool. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Cynthia definitely has done the movies and stuff. You're right, Lily. Thank you, sis. Cynthia's done the movies too. Cynthia ain't much of an actress either, but she's pretty. These are all lovely ladies, and if somebody gonna write you the check, baby, learn the lines, say the lines, cash the check, and God bless you. Okay. So then they talked about Porsha and her divorce, and she's like, "Yeah, it's finally over," but the other party just keep on going, which she ain't wrong. Even now, filming has wrapped for RHOA, and Simon's still going on and on and on and on and on. Matter of fact, everybody in the chat type the word "and on." Simon keep going and on and on and on and on. And all the male-centered women who's out there trying to push his narrative, guess what they doing still? Going on and on and on and on. Oh, well, Simon lost, but he still won. On and on and on. And Simon said, and on and on. And Simon said he ain't gonna pay. And on and on. And how she gonna get the money? And on and on. And it's like, first of all, how corny are y'all? How corny are y'all? Like, cope harder. Simon and the weird male-centered women who keep pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing, they're coping harder than Drake fans after Kendrick beat the hell out of him a couple years ago. Stop coping or cope harder. First of all, whether he pay it or not, we all know if she sell that house, whatever portion of the money he was supposed to get, the court is just going to give that money to Porsha because he hasn't made a payment. And I'm like, the fact that you pretending not to understand how liens and judgments and unpaid fees work and equity in homes work is pathetic. It's pathetic. Let it go. Simon lost. You tried to play and got played. You tried to play and got played. You signed a prenup because you wanted to. We found out after listening to the court proceedings, y'all worked on that prenup for 9 months. She had her lawyer. You had your lawyer. How after 9 months you got bamboozled? It's giving Todd and Candy. You knew what you were signing. You signed it because you wanted to. You wanted everybody to think that you was knocking off that big old booty girl with your broken winky. And we know you were knocking off nothing. You couldn't even tickle that girl with that thing. That's why you tried to sue her for saying erectile dysfunction, Simon. Why you still going on and on and on. And even his lawsuit about his erectile dysfunction and his broken winky Even that got threw out of court, and you still going on and on and on. Leave it alone. So Porsha said the man going on and on. Hey, he is. He can't let it go. Just can't let it go. So anyway, she said her situation was public and painful, but she throwing a dinner party. So about this time, I said, okay, now here come the mess. Here come the mess. Wait a minute. Y'all, my Lala Chanel sent me a cash app. Thank you, sis. Let me send a heart back. That's so sweet. Wait a minute. Wilson, thank you so much for the cash app. Let me send you a heart. Thank you. Oh, Nashina M sent me a cash app. Hey, sis. It's the picture of flowers. Wait, can y'all see the flower? Why I can't never show the pictures? It's the flowers. But it's so pretty. Y'all know I love when I get pictures with them. Thank y'all so much. That's so sweet. So super sweet. And so look. Listen, child. Dinner party. Something like a dinner party. Then she said it's going to be a couples party. I say a couples party. So I'm like, wait a minute. It's a dinner party and a couples party at the house that you just won in the divorce settlement. Divorce. I say, well, I be dang. This ought to be good. So in my head, y'all, I'm trying to count up. I say, okay, Drew still ain't with RHOA. So is she going to finally admit that Porsha clocked her tea last season about black? There go my boo, Nashina M. Thank you, sis. So I'm like, is she finna come clean? Because I know she ain't finna beg Ralph to come up out the basement and follow her to no dinner party after she done lied on him, and then he done sat up there and tried to humiliate her mama. Her and Ralph, those are two equally terrible people. Because I was like, okay, girl, lying on the man is messy. And then him trying to embarrass that girl mama was messy and disgusting, and I still ain't over that. So I knew she wasn't going to drag him up out the basement. Then I'm sitting there like, so I'm thinking, maybe Cynthia gonna let us meet this young dude from Amsterdam or wherever the hell he from that she go with. And I said, I don't know. Maybe she will, maybe she won't. Then I said, well, who the hell Phaedra going with? Then I say, well, is Shamia husband gonna actually come on camera? I guess he didn't. And then I said, and then who Porsha supposed to be dating? Because we knew about the girl, but I didn't know, the girl that we've been seeing her on social media with. But I didn't know if during filming, Porsha was already going with that girl yet. Apparently she was. This was about the time, I guess, when she was supposed to be saying she was going with a man and a woman. Now, looking back, especially after this scene, and I'm going to tell y'all why. Hey, Carrie Clark, hit the like button, girl. Personally, I feel like Porsha only brought that man and was telling them I was going with a man and going with a woman because she was trying to soften the blow, because she didn't have no intention on going with no man and no woman, because even her and that man didn't seem real. We're going to get into that. That's coming up. We're going to get into that. So, she talking about dinner party, couples party or whatever. And K. Michelle let it slip. Well, not slip. She told her flat out. When Porsha asked her who she bringing, she was like, girl, I got married 2 weeks ago in Nashville at the courthouse to this man that she been knowing since 9th grade, and he is a whole dentist. I say, what you say? So just 2 weeks before filming, K. Michelle went and married that man up there at the courthouse, and she been knowing him since 9th grade. K. Michelle, Kimberly Michelle. You should have been locked that man down. But apparently she said him and dating off and on. So maybe they had to go back and forth and back and forth and forth and back. Thank you, Richard. I appreciate the cash out. That meant a lot. I love it. I appreciate the support. Lord, look at sis on the phone. Say Andy ain't sugar honey iced tea. Why is Shamia back on my screen? Child, because Andy like to torture us. The white powder ranger like to torture us, okay? That's what it is. No, they been married. Now they been married. She was already going with that man, but they wasn't married. 2 weeks before her and Porsha shot that scene is when they got married. 2 weeks ago, she said. at the courthouse in Nashville. Now, if it's a lie, she told it, because I write it down as they say it. Okay? I write it as they say it. Maybe she was joking about the 2 weeks. Maybe she was just saying it ain't been that long, but tonight she said 2 weeks, sis. I'm just, I can't do nothing but repeat what the people say. That's all I can do. But I feel you. I know they've been together for a minute. So look, get this now, get this. So then K. Michelle asked about Dennis, like, you gonna bring Dennis or whatever like that. Hey, Shalonda, thank you for being number 86. And she was like, child, Dennis is family. And I caught that off the rip. So Porsha let y'all know Dennis gonna always be Uncle Dennis. You never gonna be the boyfriend, fiance, none of that. You family now. You kinfolk now. You can't be nothing but kinfolk. That's who you are now. Which is good. Because apparently Dennis has a bad reaction to relationships, and his reaction to them is cheating and stuff while people be pregnant. So I think that's the best place for Dennis, is just to be family. Then K. Michelle asked her about Shamia, and I said, okay, this where the mess finna start. And she said, what about your best friend Shamia? And Kimberly Michelle was being K. Michelle was being messy when she asked that. She already had heard the gossip in Atlanta why she asked that. So Porsha would clarify ex-best friend or whatever, but she invited her and she hoped she come or whatever like that. Kay was asking who all was coming, and when she asked about Shamia, and so Porsha went to running down the list and ended up telling her Drew coming and you not finna be arguing with her. So they didn't really get into that. Let's just talk about that real quick. The fact that Porsha said Drew is coming and you not finna be arguing with her, to me, that gives that something already done went on. Something already done went on, or at least it was some comments that had to have been made. What y'all think? Am I looking too deep into this, or did y'all think the same thing? Let me know in the chat, because I feel like something else had to have been said for Porsha to just automatically take it to Drew gonna be there and y'all, you not finna be arguing with her. Sis on the phone say, I like Dennis. His strong-faced mother is also someone. She's also someone. That's what I thought, Adrian Marie. That was obviously something had to happen. I guess we'll find out later if Drew said something nasty. Lord, Dennis can't keep his hot dog in the bun. No, he want to put it in somebody else's bun. That's the problem. That's the problem. Angie, girl, you can guarantee Drew started it, because Drew go around bothering everybody, and then her fans are weird. I don't even know where the hell she got fans from. I think they just, I think it started with people who just didn't like Porsha, and then they made themselves her fans. But her fans are weird, because Drew go around bothering everybody, and then the minute somebody get on her, then she turns into the victim, and everybody's bullying her. Hey, Candy Butler, thank you for being like number 90. Yeah, everybody is a somebody. That's true. That's true. Goddess of Love say Kim and him been together since Love and Hip Hop. Yeah, but that don't mean they was married. They was just, going together at some point, then got married. But she said 2 weeks tonight. We all know Drew likes to start drama, just like the feather dress ooh, you cold. Sean Living Life say Drew was throwing shade at K. Michelle, pretending not to know she was a singer. That's what I'm saying. She's always, and it's like it's laughable, because the stuff that she says can easily be used to drag her across a cheese grater. And then her fans start crying and squalling. Oh, everybody like to pick on Drew. Everybody know Drew is annoying. She's annoying, and she's a big liar. And I want her to pull her neck out of her shoulders today. K. Michelle and him been dating since, she said they've been dating since 9th grade. Not Love and Hip Hop, 9th grade, off and on, 9th grade, since they was children. 9th grade. So after that, K. Michelle went to talking about, the fact that the girls in Atlanta have been very mean girl to her, that people tried to blacklist her in Atlanta, to people taking sides with Memphis, even after knowing that man had beat her and stuff and stole money from her. And when she said that, y'all know she was talking about Rashida. Y'all remember that? Rashida got bags. Mm-hmm. Yep, Rashida's a prune. Keep her husband out the room. Y'all remember that? So, and I can't say she wrong. I really can't say she wrong. It's just that the hate train and the mean girl stuff really didn't work on K Michelle, because K Michelle got a whole lot of fire, but they definitely tried it. Definitely tried it. So and Porsha was like, yeah, but don't go back into that. Don't go back to being the old K Michelle, because that brings back all that old stuff you've been through. Like, just let it go. Girl, she make me itch too. Yep, Kirk and his 3 earrings. Yep. Rashida never apologized for calling that girl a liar, only for him to end up doing the same thing to your friend. I thought it was hilarious. I'm going to just be honest. I thought it was hilarious. Big Red said, I also heard that Ariana Mimi's friend slept with Memphis. I heard something like that, but I don't know if it's true. Anybody's guess. But we know Ariana like girls a lot. So she could have, she could be not. I don't know. Rashida Karma came back to hunt her. Yeah. Yeah. Her husband's a girl. Yeah, her husband's a girl. Yeah. Yep. I remember that. Goddess of love. Porsha can't tell anybody nothing about going back to their old way. Yes, she can. Listen, Goddess of love, think about it. Who best to tell you about how a certain behavior can get you into trouble or into a negative space than somebody who's been there? And we know Porsha's been there. And Porsha don't seem to want to beat nobody no more. So maybe she is the right person to talk to K Michelle about that. Think about it. Think about it. Okay, let's be real. Let's be real. Right. Porsha been there, done that. If you ain't never been through nothing, you can't tell me about what I'm going through. If you ain't never been no drunker, you can't tell the drunk how to stop drinking. Hey, Belize and JB, thank you for being like number 92. I'm just saying that's the perfect person to say something about it. Is somebody who done been there. So maybe that's why Porsha was really trying to talk to her and be like, just let stuff go. And my mind still went back to what the hell happened with Drew Sadami. What did you say about K Michelle that K want to get active? And Porsha is telling her it's not worth it. Don't go back to the old you. Not for her, not for nobody. And, K Michelle really had an emotional response, which also said, everything in me want to rip you to shreds, but I'm going to keep it cool. And that, that was a little bit of a real moment. So I'm like, was that a little foreshadowing for the rest of the season or not? So then we get the Kelly and the Shamea of it all over at Shamea house. Baby, the fakery was on 120. So Kelly went by Shamea house and they all loud, hey, ooh, my best friend, my BFF, my DDD, my da. And I'm sitting there like, when y'all became all that? Interesting. Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. Y'all Big Red say Toya as in Lil Wayne baby mama. Toya knew what that man was doing, but when he finally admitted that he was doing that to K Michelle, she looked like the biggest fool. Mm-hmm. That's what happened when you jump in situations taking men's side over other women. I don't. Porsha had many millionaires. Porsha has had how many millionaires now? Porsha can tell me lots. Yeah, you right about that. Now you right about that. You right about that. Okay. Hey, Chevette. Say I don't like Toya, Rashida, or Drew. And me either. Me either. But don't go by me, Chevette, because I don't like none of them. Happy Resurrection Sunday to you. Not you sick of Kelly. So listen. So they get in there. What really blew me away with the, Shamea's like, oh, this is my BFF, and I would say sister wife, but Gerald said, no, don't, we don't do that. We don't do that, and this and that. And it's like, Shamea, what did you even mean by saying you would say sister wife? As in what? As in how? You wanted to sleep with her and your husband? You thought that was a cute joke to tell? What was that? And let me ask y'all this, for those of y'all who was watching. What the hell was going on with Shamea mama? Am I tripping, or did Shamea's mama have like a weird makeover. Because I don't remember her mama, Miss Morton, Miss Sarah, having on all that makeup before. And that was not her right foundation color. And since when Miss Sarah started wearing all them long, stringy wigs like that, what the hell was that? I was like, now we seen her playing with the, the stuff that looked like witchcraft to me, but I ain't even finna go there. When after Shamea did that weird apology and then, did that weird live stream where her mama and her auntie or whoever was saying everybody was jealous of her. Y'all remember that? But it was just weird. It was so creepy. I was like, what does she have on? It was some kind of makeover of some kind. And I'm going to tell you, can I tell y'all what I think that was about? Can I say it? I don't think she bleaching, baby. That was just foundation in the wrong shade. That was foundation in the wrong color. Now, when Shamea did the imitation of the text between her and Porsha in the confessionals, I thought that was funny. It was corny, but it was funny. I give her that. I was tickled. I just saw that. I didn't know who she was. Can I say it? Y'all say I could say it? Good. What I'm gonna say it is, it was on Instagram. We went live and we played that. They was doing some witchcraft stuff. I caught that. She trying to look like Miss Diane. She's trying to pick up Diane's aesthetic. Just like she sent Shamea thinking Shamea was going to get Porsha's job and just be the new Porsha. She trying to look like Miss Diane. Miss Sarah is trying to be Diane 2.0. That's why she got that foundation color wrong. That's why she had that extra long wig. I'm like, ma'am, we've been seeing you. This ain't our first time seeing you, Miss Morton. This ain't our first time seeing you, Miss Morton. I used to call her Mama Morton. I can't call you Mama Morton no more. Not after I seen you doing that little funny stuff that looked like witchcraft. I can't call you mother. But we're going to say Miss Sarah. Okay? Miss Sarah, we done seen you before. That ain't how you fix up. We ain't never seen you with 2 tons of makeup on, 2 shades too light with an extra long stringy wig. Ma'am, when you started that? So because your child came back for another season, you feel like, oh, I'm the next Diane. It ain't just her child on the show, my child on the show, and I'm going to be just like, I'm going to do like her, and I'm going to do it better than, what the hell? What the hell is going on? What is going on? What is happening? Not a Timu with a touch of great value, Diane. Something, listen, man. Yeah. That's what it looked like to me. I was like, what is this? I know good hell well. Big Red said, I hope Shamea mom is not trying to be like Diane tired self. You could say what you want to say. Diane looked 150 times better than Miss Sarah with all that stuff on. Now, being witchy poo or not, Miss Sarah's a nice looking lady in her normal aesthetic. Putting on 12 pounds of spackle and that long stringy wig it didn't do her no favors. She a good looking lady when she dressed like herself, but what she had on tonight was not it. Hey, Black Smile, thank you for being number 93. Now, I'm just going to keep it funky with you. I don't know what that was. You can tell any lie you want to. Diana's a good looking woman too. Miss Sarah's a good looking woman. Miss Diane is a good looking woman. But Miss Diane is being herself from the first time we ever seen Miss Diane. That's how she always fixed up. That's her aesthetic. We ain't never seen Miss Sarah fixed up like that. I don't know what the hell going on with that. She looked crazy. She looked real crazy. Hey, Sam. Thank you for being number 92. Welcome, boo. Please be honest. Y'all know we don't do no lying and no signifying over here. But I caught that and it kind of creeped me out. I'm going to just be real with you. I was like, I had to do a double take and adjust myself. I had to adjust. I said, oh no, what is this? What is this? Okay. Then Kelly talked about her child going off to school and being off from home. And then her and Shamia and Kelly did this weird moment, y'all. For those of y'all who ain't watched it yet, Where Kelly's like, I miss you. And Shamia's like, I miss you too. And I miss, and I'm like, y'all in the same city, y'all got telephones, or y'all want to call each other, call each other. And if you over to her house, why is you going, I miss you? Oh, I miss you. Oh, I miss you. It was just weird. I don't know. I don't know what it was about, but it was just an odd moment. And then they stopped. It was like as quick as they broke into the I miss you, they like abruptly stopped. It was like, yeah, but I didn't want to call because I knew you had a lot going on. Oh, girl. And then like on to the next topic, like it never happened. It was just weird. It was weird, or maybe it's bad editing. I'm going to assume it's bad editing because no, why on earth would you do that? Just didn't make no sense. Thank you, especially if they, as they said, we take vacations together. We watch each other's children. We buy each other's tampons. We scrub each other's shower walls. We do everything together. We clip each other's toenails. And then I miss you. Oh, I miss you. Oh, I miss you. Huh? Weird. Just weird. I'm just like, baby, if this is what you planned out before y'all did it, plan better. Hey, Juan. Their relationship is very fake, and you could tell it's only for the TV show because they're not really cool with anybody else. Say it again. Hey, D. Michelle Levy. Lovely. Fake friends, a pseudo bond despite Porsha, baby. And don't, if anything built on something fake, it's gonna always, look like electroplate. It don't look like no 14K, no 18K, no 24K. It's giving electroplate. And welcome. Is this your first time hanging with us, or did your name change? If so, let us know so we can welcome you, okay? Say Sarah will never look like Diane. Yeah, because they two different ladies. They got two different body types, two different facial structures, two different complexions, two different aesthetics. Miss Sarah, when she was dressing like herself, she had her own little vibe, very, classy look. You know what I'm saying? So when I seen Miss Sarah looking like she was looking tonight, I'm like, who is this supposed to be? This don't look like Miss Sarah. This don't look like Miss Sarah at all. I don't know what that was. Definitely gives alliance. What's your theory, honey? Yeah, it definitely. Oh, you've been there? Oh, just a different picture. Okay. Well, welcome back. We're glad to have you back, boo. Yeah, Kelly want Porsha to be her storyline. And we could see that too. So then it turned into, Shamea made a basket for. Now let's talk about the basket. Let's talk about it. Because I made an Easter basket for my baby, for Peanut. Peanut grown, but I made her Easter basket. She ain't here, else I have her tell y'all what was in her Easter basket. Okay. But if y'all ask me in Discord, I will tell you, so that next year, those of you with grown children, y'all can start making Easter baskets for your grown children too. Big kids need Easter baskets too. They do. But listen, Shamea took it on herself to make a basket, I guess, a going away from home or going to college basket. What was with the stuff that she had in that basket? She had a pregnancy test in there. It looks like some other inappropriate things were in the basket. And they're laughing and sniggling, and Kelly's like, I know that's not a pregnancy test. Key. And, and Shamea's like, everybody learns how to drink in college. And I'm like, who is everybody? And, and I want her to be safe. And I'm just like weirded out, grossed out. I'm trying to figure out on what day, why would Shamea think that was a cool thing to do? Why would she think that's a funny thing to do? The fact that Kelly is so corny, she wasn't even, if she was offended, maybe because they are trying to have an alliance, she really don't know how to check her without breaking their alliance, because how on earth is that appropriate? Instead, Kelly's like, oh, well, when her daughter go to school, just wait. I'm gonna get my get back and wait to see what I get, gift her child when she leaving. I'm like, I was done. I was outdone. It was horrible. Shamea is very weird. And I'm just like, you learn how to drink in college. What does drinking have to do with having to have a pregnancy test? Like, are you encouraging her kid to be a whore? Like, what the hell are you even doing? It was so weird. It was so creepy. It was so out of pocket. Jackie Gaines, thank you for the super sticker, sis. I appreciate y'all. Y'all doing y'all big one tonight, and I appreciate you. I love you guys. Love you, Jackie. D says Shamia was overly weird in that scene. Kelly was also matching her vibe, looking fake, looking super fake, and I was so uncomfortable. I was uncomfortable. See, y'all know I'm a mother. So I'm looking at that like, you got to be out of your freaking gourd. Why would you think that's appropriate? Sean say basket full of condoms and liquor. How is that appropriate to give your friend's child? I don't know. I was already kind of bugged out that she called her child and her child was like, oh, we over at Morehouse and you didn't have no questions. And let me say this. This was not to say that I didn't hang out over at Morehouse, because y'all know I went to Clark Atlanta. I'm a Panther. You know, we hung out at Morehouse, more or less at Kilgore, because we was getting a basket of the chicken wings and fries, you know, but we hung out at Morehouse or whatever. But it was just the way she said it, like it was cool. Like, oh, she said she's over at Morehouse, key. And I'm just like, your kid is a freshman. Why was she over at what was she over at Morehouse doing? Why would you just put that out there on national TV and not clear it up? Why are you even cool with making it look like your daughter's being fast? Why are you cool with this lady you claiming is your BFF is passing out condoms, pregnancy tests, and liquor to your child? Like, it was so uncomfortable. It was so uncomfortable. It really was. Oh, DS say Kelly's daughter needs my book. Y'all know my book, Little Girl, Big World. It is a survival guide for girls leaving home for the first time. And to be honest, Kelly's daughter does need my book. She needs it. And the school year is wrapping up. A lot of y'all got nieces, god babies, and daughters and grandbabies going off to school. Even the little girls at your churches. Get a copy of the book. If you can't afford it, holler at me. I got you. The link is in the description box. Little Girl, Big World. We need, instead of as women giving our young girls condoms, pregnancy tests, and liquor, we need to be telling them how to survive. Because when they leave home, especially when we raise them right, they've been sheltered. They don't know nothing about, how rough it can get and how, terrible people act, and how much people can plot on you, and how many ways things can go wrong, from just getting in an Uber or going to a party with your friends, getting separated from your friends, and now you by yourself in a room full of strangers. Instead of giving her hints and tips and whatever, you giving her alcohol, condoms, and pregnancy tests. Shamia was telling on herself with the bed. Yes, letting us know when she went off to school, she was out here whoring and drinking, is what she's saying. That's what I'm saying. If I knew Kelly, I don't like Kelly, but if I knew her, I would send her a copy for free. Like, get this to the baby. You know what I'm saying? Let her know like how to kind of like protect herself. All kinds of little tips to survive out there, because it's tough. Girls are already at risk. Boys are at risk too, but girls are already at risk. So I just thought that was horrible. I couldn't believe it. To be honest, like, I know Shamia got her problems or whatever, but I really could not believe that she went that far. That really, definitely, Cynthia, Shamia's creepy. That was super creepy. Then we find out that she has a rum company after going to Grenada. She now has a rum company, and I'm like, okay, congratulations, that's awesome. And to be honest, y'all know I love. Oh, Terrence, thank you so much for the Cash App. Let me send you a heart. Oh, I got a picture of a cake. Thank you. But y'all know I love to see Black women with businesses. Even if I don't like you, I pray that you make plenty money. And that's for everybody in the chat too. I like y'all. I don't like them. But even when it's people like, even when it's somebody I don't like, I love to see Black women make money. Love to see Black women make money. Don't nothing make me happier other than God himself. Love to see Black women make money. So she got the rum company. And so her and Kelly's like, oh, we got to go back every year now, blah, blah, blah. She talks about the fact that her husband, invested in her singing. He's invested 6 figures. She want to bring something to the table, blah, blah, smackety, smackety. She's not a business person, but she's smart, blah, 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 blah. Okay, girl, rum company, sell the rum. Sell all the rum, make all the money, and then give the company to your daughters. I love it. I'm with it, right? Then she mentions Porsha's party that she got invited, and she was surprised she got invited. Oh, Lala sent me another cash out. Thank you, sis. Let me send my heart back. I love my sisters. I love my brothers and my nephews too. Y'all are sweet. But immediately took it to, instead of saying she invited me, so it's cool, we're gonna just move past it. Oh, well, I don't know. I'm surprised she invited me, but did she really invite me? Because it was a group message. Did she just forget to take me out of the message? Like, girl, Porsha should not be that big of a part of your life anymore. Like, y'all wasn't real friends no more. She outgrew you. You outgrew her. You was being weird. She was being distant. Now y'all not friends. She invited you because you were part of the show. Y'all all got to film together. Why make it weird when it don't have to be, right? She going on and obsessing over it. And I'm just like, oh God, here we go with the Shamea of it all. Here we go. So she was happy she got the invite, but had to make it weird. Then she talked about her and Porsha. She's like, she was surprised she got the invite because the last time that they, communicated was via text after the reunion last year, because she said she didn't catch everything that Porsha said to her. Of course you didn't, because you were so busy trying to talk over Porsha because you didn't want what Porsha was saying to be heard, right? Y'all remember, we all watched the reunion. So she was so busy trying to talk over Porsha. She claims she didn't hear some of the stuff Porsha said. So then she said she texted Porsha about the stuff she said, and Porsha was texting her back, and she called herself acting out via neck twirl what was said between her and Porsha on the text messaging. And for me, I'm just like, girl, it didn't happen during filming. It was a private communique between you and your ex-best friend. Why do we need to know? Because Porsha didn't even mention none of that. She ain't talking about none of that. So why are you telling us about it? You could have literally left that between you and Porsha. It's everything about Shamea coming on this show as a full-time housewife absolutely gives. She's supposed to be an extension of Porsha, or at least that was the plan. And I don't know how she's going to pivot away from that. I think Drew obsessing over her might help her pivot away from that. But it's getting weird. It's getting weird. She didn't want to hear what Porsha said about her mama. That's true. But your mama's trifling, baby. Deborah says Shamea want to be Porsha, in my opinion. Yeah, but I don't know why. Like, your husband makes buku money. You got access to the money. You live in a beautiful home. Your house got a name, girl. The rest of us just live in a house. You live in Sterling Hall. What is the problem? What else do you need? Porsha don't have as much as you. So what else do you need? I just don't get it. Hey, Party Capricorn. So I like how Porsha set Kelly straight in the end. Yep, we all did. But you skipping around. We ain't there yet. Yeah, that's what it's giving, gossip news. So that happened. Kelly asked if her husband was coming to the thing. She, production played the clip with Shamea and her husband. She asked him about it after she told him about the party, and he said he would let her know. Kelly said it's couples night, so who Porsha bring into the man house? She said, talking about that man house. First of all, it's not the man's house according to the court. It's hers. It was theirs, and now it's hers because the prenup they signed said so. And so when he went and got it and was making the payments on it, he already knew if anything went wrong, it was going to be hers. Simple as that. But I thought it was corny. Then we had the commercial with Shamea and some bad acting. And I was like, why? Why, Lord? Just why? So then we get to Porsha's dinner. Now, this thing here, Porsha makes my head hurt. Porsha makes my head hurt. Porsha, one of them people. If you listen to her talk for too long, okay, how do I say this? If Porsha is having a back and forth, like arguing with somebody, she makes more sense. When you leave her to her own devices and she just has to clearly communicate something to an audience, you're going to lose IQ points if you listen to her. If you listen to Porsha actually talk and she not arguing with somebody, you're going to lose brain cells, IQ points, all of that. She makes my whole brain itch. Oh, Deborah Randall, thank you for the super chat, sis. She said, my sister say just because, and I appreciate you. Love you, sis. Thank you so much. This fool sitting up here, y'all, how the hell she throwing a dinner party for couples at her house that she planned? Named it, gave it a whole theme and a name, and she don't know the name of her own theme party. How? Explain to me. So she threw a party called a Mystic Island dinner. She get up there on the camera talking about a majestic island. Yeah, the majestic, what it is, an island. The majestic, I say, Porsha. Absolutely not. Didn't even know the name of her own party. Talking about majestic. Yeah, majestic. Shamia remind me of Pokemon Bulbasaur. And if she was fired, like they said, why would like they said she was, then I wouldn't notice. Sis on the phone want that girl gone. She want her gone. Okay. Miss 265 days in a year. Oh, yes. That's who we dealing with. Porsha gonna make your brain itch. I like that Lauren was there. Lauren looked good. She had a sister there. She definitely needs a teleprompter. Brain freeze, no ice cream, for sure. For sure. Cynthia was there. She brought a doll to represent her boyfriend because he couldn't make it. The little young man that Cynthia dating. She did end up calling him on FaceTime and he spoke to Porsha or whatever, but he was not the only person on FaceTime, and he was not the strangest person to be on FaceTime. I thought it was interesting that Cynthia felt the need to FaceTime him. I felt it was interesting that she felt the need to do that, but that was only interesting after what we saw later. Yep, the invitation said Mystic, not Majestic. Porsha got her behind up there talking about Majestic. I said, who the hell is Majestic? Girl, I was so confused. I say, man, Porsha got me confused, and I know I can read. So anyway, that happened. Angela in there talking about the ex-husband house and said, oh, Porsha's so unafraid. Why the hell should she be unafraid? He signed a prenup that said it was her house. The judge upheld the prenup that said it was her house. I wouldn't care if she wanted to put stripper poles all through there and hire a bunch of half-naked, greased up men to swing around and stuff dollars in their G-string. It's her house. What you mean unafraid? Who the hell is she supposed to be afraid of? Can we go one further? Simon can't even come into America. You done been deported. And with what's going on in America right now, you know you can't come back. So if she decided to hunch a man in the front yard with the sprinklers on, somebody please tell me what the hell Simon could do. I'm just wondering, what could he do? I'll go you one further. Somebody that upset about that girl making a comment about erectile dysfunction on social media and she ain't even say no names. Why you worried about who she's screwing in the first place? The whole time she was married to you, y'all wasn't screwing. Because she mentioned erectile dysfunction, but Fallon told us your jammy been broke. So Angela with that, oh, she's so unafraid of what? What the hell is she supposed to be afraid of? Afraid as in what? What the hell he gonna do? I was just like, y'all are corny as hell. So Drew showed up with her date on FaceTime. This is when it got weird, honey. It wasn't a man from the basement. It was Black. The same man that Porsha clocked her tea on last season. Soon as Porsha mentioned Black, put a 6 in the chat if y'all remember that. When Drew kept trying to have a confrontation with Porsha. Porsha finally sat down with her and was like, girl, you knew you was dating Black. Why didn't you just say that instead of going on and on with this stuff, trying to make it look like something was happening with Dennis for me to be upset? And remember, Drew went to shaking and vibrating, and that stiff wig wasn't moved one goddamn inch. Sitting up there telling my son, I don't go with him. You don't know. You was going with Black. And now you sitting up here at a dinner party at the same lady house after you lied to her face and said you wasn't going with Black, bringing Black as your date on FaceTime. How the hell somebody gonna be your date on FaceTime? Who does that? I see the sixes. My sisters remember. They remember what you did, Drew. The hell? It was a mess. Grateful One said, I was confused about the timing of when she met the guy. I thought Porsha was with Simon around COVID-19 time frame. She says she met him around that time, and then her and Simon kind of went public close to that time. So met, go together. I don't know. Hell, her and the man divorced now. Ain't nothing he could do about it. If they look at here, even if they overlapped. I mean, after all, we all know that Simon Jamie broke. That's why I kept laughing at everybody like, oh, she was sleeping with that lady husband. Only thing you can do next to Simon is go to sleep. Can't nobody do nothing with Simon except go to sleep. But I guess that's just me being too logical. Party Capricorn said, and a heck of a clapback, win the house and showcase the love interest in the same house. Hello, on the camera after he tried to do a cease and desist, talking about she can't film there. Well, not only is she filming there with a big old man. A great big one. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So anyway, she shows up with Black, the same person that Porsha told her she was going. Why I gotta be on time? Me? All I did was tell the truth. Can't nobody do nothing with Simon but go to sleep laying next to him. That's all anybody can do. You can't do nothing but lay down next to him and go to sleep. Ain't nothing else you can do with him. Nothing. I stand by that. Nothing. Safest man in the world to lay down next to. Ain't nothing gonna happen. Nothing. So anyway, then after all of that, Drew with the mess. Oh, he my friend, and I have dated before, and we is just friends. And her good friend Angela, like, Drew, just tell the truth. We all know you going with that man, which you are. And it's just interesting that her good friend Angela is saying Drew tell the truth. So even Angela is pulling out the fact you ain't doing number line. Tish say, it did work when the ex got with the help. Who worked well? Because Fallon was the first person to tell us that his jammy was broke. We didn't know nothing about that man Johnson being broke till Fallon told us. It's a violation. Y'all, they put me in jail. I'm in jail. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna take myself out of jail. I'm gonna do the rest of the time. Oh, okay. You say, you were saying it didn't work. That's why Fallon was sleeping with the help. Yeah. Simon can't do a darn thing about Porsha or her house. Thank you. He couldn't do nothing about Porsha when he had Porsha. That's why he mad now. So anyway, Phaedra got there. Say she cool with everybody but Angela behind the June bug of it all. Lord, listen, y'all. Not Deborah Randall joining in on the fun. Deborah Randall say that Simon Simon can't who is that? No, that ain't Deborah Randall. My bad. That's DS. Deborah, I thought it was you. I thought it was you cutting up. I should have known better. Only DS do something like this. Talking about that man jamming on permanent NyQuil. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. She said he couldn't have children, but it was at least 2 other occasions where she alluded to the fact that his jammy did not work. I pay attention. And if I go through all my notebooks, I bet you I can find the case, point, time, and exactly which venue it was that she said it, but she said it. She said it. Mm-hmm. And that's why when Porsha said erectile dysfunction and didn't say no names, Simon immediately was offended because he knew we had already heard that his jammy was broke. Happy Easter, NZ99. Mm-hmm. Right. She sure did. I don't forget. I might forget what I walked in the kitchen to pick up. I might even forget if I ate today. But I ain't gonna forget no gossip. I ain't gonna forget none of that. Hey, Ashley. Happy Resurrection Sunday, honey. Thank you for being like number 104. So look, Phaedra mentioned the June bug. Say she cool with everybody but Angela behind that June bug mess. K. Michelle and her husband came in. K. Michelle, the only person didn't come in black. Apparently, the invitation said we're black. K. Michelle came in a mean chartreuse, and she looked good too, but that wasn't the right color. Iron Butterfly, thank you so much for the cash app, sis. And I got a picture of a dessert, like ice cream sundae. Let me send a heart. Thank you. And but she looked good with her husband, the dentist. That's when we found out they've been knowing each other since 9th grade. And she said when she went on the Queen's Court that was holding his feet to the fire and letting him know that other people do want to holler at her. And apparently that's when he decided to go ahead and turn the stove on and start cooking with gas before he lost her for sure, because that's what was about to happen. I appreciate you, Iron Butterfly. Thank you, sis. So anywho, Kay greeted everybody. And then listen, back to the Drew of it all. Now, y'all remember we just talked about the fact that Porsha told K. Michelle, Drew gonna be there and you're not gonna be fussing and arguing with her, right? So when she saw Drew, she went out her way to speak. She was very gracious, like, hey, it's good to see you, yada, yada, yada. She was really nice, hugged her and everything. Drew Sadummy is in the confessional, like, I don't really know much about her. I know she used to be a singer, and it's like, used to be girl, you are a whisperer. You not no real singer. K. Michelle will sing one of them bad wigs all up off your scalp. Kimberly will sing one of them bad wigs up off your scalp. You barely an actress, baby. The nerve of you to say somebody that's a real singer, oh, she used to be a singer. Used to be. Girl, when were you ever? You or Shamia? Because that mess that they did at Christmas, or the Christmas songs, or whatever Shamia did at that Bravo event was horrible. Horrible. Absolutely horrible. Baby, look. Adrian, she gargles, not sings, is what DS said. Adrian Marie said Drew gonna be extra annoying this season, and I agree, and I'm gonna tell you why. She's gonna have the Stacey Rush effect. Just like, remember Andy Cohen at the reunion for Potomac was telling Stacey Rush, like, don't be listening to them fans and letting you gas you up and you get beside yourself. I think Drew has let her weird Porsha hate fake fans gas her up, and I think Drew is gonna really annoy a lot of people that's watching. I think some of her fake fans are gonna end up falling by the wayside. I could just tell by her energy, by her doing way too much. It ain't gonna go right. It ain't. I just got a feeling it ain't gonna go right. Iron Butterfly say Drew can't even act like she is a singer. She can't. She tries, but it ain't going. It ain't going. Sis on the phone say K. Michelle Chef's Kiss. What Candy wanted to be on RHOA, but tap dancing only take you so far. Drew is Play-Doh. Sean Living Life said Drew is barely a doo-wop girl. 17-second violation. DS, come, please come and collect Sean. Yeah. Drew still shake funny. She is. And that's not her fault, because women come in all shapes. And every shape you come in, you can dress for your shape and still look beautiful. That's for everybody who listening. Don't feel no way about yourself. Just dress for your shape, okay? So look. So after all of that, She greeted her, and it was weird. Kay joked about how all the echoes in Porsha house, like this big empty space. I'm talking and all I'm hearing is echoes. We got another bad acting commercial. Then we get Porsha's friend Mike, and they killed me talking about her friend. This Porsha and this man wasn't really going together. I'm gonna just say it. Now, at first, when we first heard, before we saw any clips, any part of the taping, a lot of us was like, and I'm one of the people, and I stand corrected. I was like, Porsha ain't really going with that lady. She doing that for attention, or she doing that for a storyline, blase squaze. Well, now as we watch things play out in real time on social media with their trips and all that, it looked like Porsha really was actually going with the woman and was pretending to go with the man, because I think that was her soft launch into, okay, today Porsha's a lesbian. I don't think that Porsha was ready to hard launch into Porsha's a lesbian. So I think she tried to soft launch it into, well, I'm bisexual mode. And then she went from bisexual mode to I'm a lesbian, right? But I think that he was just there as a prop because she wasn't ready to just launch into that. Because that man was there. He wasn't no bad looking man, big old tall, dark skinned man, got big shoulders and stuff. And I feel as though there was no chemistry there. It was just weird. It almost gave TJ and Stacey vibes, right? It seemed like he was there to help her sell a story. It didn't seem real. Hey, makeup addict. It just didn't seem real to me. Like, even their interactions with each other, like she was, pretending like she liked him way too much, and it just did not sell. It did not sell. Cute dress she had on, a lot of side boob happening, but it was a cute dress, but it just did not sell. It didn't. See, I don't see her with that lady forever. Nothing is like a stick in. Oh, Lord. Love at first glow. I love your name. Porsha always said she was dating both at the same time until she decided which one she wanted. I mean, I'm not saying she didn't say that. I'm actually saying the opposite. She said it. I'm just saying Porsha lying. That's all I'm saying. From what I saw tonight, she didn't need to figure out. She needed to figure out which one she wanted, because it was clear she didn't want that man. It was clear to me that she didn't want that man. Now, we know she said it. We also know Porsha ain't no stranger to lies. Hello, good night. Y'all know I call that girl the Black Mamba. Now, pretty though she may be, Porsha will tell a lie in a minute, and y'all know she a snake. She'll bite anybody. Sometimes she bite her goddamn self. And a lie I don't think Porsha ever met a lie she don't like telling. So Porsha wasn't doing number line. Yeah. Porsha don't want that man. Don't. Queen Lily say love is love, but my body calls for the stick only, to each his own. I don't even believe that love is love stuff. I think people choose to love who they love. When people say love is love, that's like, oh, you just helpless, and whoever you meet, you could just fall in love with them as soon as you look at them. You fall, because I don't like that term fall anyway. You end up loving people that you spend time with intentionally, and you grow to love those people. If you're not spending time with a person intentionally, you will not grow to love that person. You can't grow to love Billy down to the grocery store, and you ain't spent no time with Billy. You went and spent time with Billy in order to foster a relationship that would grow love. Hello, good night. Ain't no love is love. She chose that because that's what she wanted to do. That's what she wanted to do. But her and that man ain't had no chemistry, and I'm gonna stand by that. So he shows up. He see K Michelle, let her know, oh, I'm a big fan, like so. And Porsha left the man there with the women, talking about, don't y'all interrogate him too much. She kissed him on the cheek, talking about for luck, and left. As soon as she walked off, K Michelle dove in, talking about where y'all met at. And then I think I heard, I don't know whether it was Kelly, Angela, who they went to talking about timeline. They went to the timeline, and I'm just like, y'all are so weird. Y'all are way too invested in Porsha's crotch. Like, I ain't never seen nothing that strange. Them women way too invested in Porsha's crotch. Way too invested in Porsha's crotch. Especially Kelly. Because it's rumors going around about Kelly. I ain't saying nothing. I want to see what come out during the season. Because I heard people saying a few things. I've heard a few things about Kelly. Heard a few things about Kelly. People talking. People talking about Kelly. You know what I'm saying? Kelly brought a man named Trey that everybody know. And then somebody had been saying some stuff about her going with somebody, man. Then I seen on the coming attractions for next week, Porsha dropped some of it in her lap. I want to see if all of it come out. If all the gossip that's been running through the streets come out on the show this season. Lily said Kelly and Shaq was going out for a little while. Ain't that a freaky couple? Ain't it? She and the Lollipop Gill. He one of them giants from Gulliver's Travels. Listen, you ain't the only one. I know I done heard rumors about Kelly. People been talking, baby. Spread like the rainbow. Love at First Glow say, I love K. Michelle on Love and Hip Hop, but I ain't like her on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood or her own TV show. I'm going to give her a chance, but I'm tired of Drew getting attacked. Drew need to leave people alone, Love at First Glow. Because nobody wasn't bothering Drew tonight. Who told her to go bothering Shamia? Drew bothers people, and then when they pop her back, y'all say people, on her. All Drew got to do is eat her food. That's all she got to do. Eat your food and stop being weird. That's all she got to do. Sis on the phone said, we have to do our own investigation this season. I'm out. Same. Yeah, very strange looking. That's creepy as hell. Don't even reach that man kneecap. She need a step ladder to climb up on his hip. Yeah, she weird. She's super weird, and I don't like her. She like 2'3" and her face wide as mine. I don't even know how the hell you do that. That's some bad magic right there. So anyway, Pinky showed up with her husband, and she talked about her magazine covers and Vogue, and I'm that girl, and I'm that girl, and y'all know I'm that girl. I got this business and that business, and I'm that girl. I'm that girl. I'm that girl. And I'm sitting there like, Lord, I don't know how I feel about this Pinky Cole lady. Now, if Bianca's still here, she could tell you. She could tell you. I told her from the beginning I didn't have no good feeling about Pinky Cole. I don't know something about, usually I can look at people sometime and get a feeling, but I didn't get no feeling. And I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know. Just even in her intro with the I'm that girl 7,000 times. I'm that girl. I'm that girl. I'm that girl. When she showed up to Shamia's house, that's when we got the intro on her. Because Pinky Cole was not at the gathering yet. She went to Shamia's house and she was going to come over with Shamia because her and Shamia, have a rapport and they have a relationship. And that's cool. Because then you have people who have genuine relationships and not just people just showing up, like that. So Kelly with the tray, everybody know him. Kate Michelle was like, oh God, him? Phaedra like, oh, he done been through everybody. And I'm sitting there like, Kelly, you sitting up here with the male Selena Powell? What the hell is this that you done brought in Porsha's house? So everybody knew Trey. K. Michelle called him Steve Urkel, go home, Steve. I don't even know. Kelly talking about, oh, he's my friend and I've been married for 11 years. I'm dating, not renting. Renting what? What are you renting, darling? What on earth are you renting? What would you mean renting or dating? He's a man everybody done laid up with. What you want? I don't even understand that, to be honest. I don't think Kelly understood what she was saying. I think Kelly was trying to be clever and somehow it just did not come across the way she thought it was going to come across. Y'all are killing me in the chat, calling Kelly a flea. That's all I'm saying. As a matter of fact, everybody who joined in and called Kelly a flea, I want all y'all to hold hands and go take a 20-second break in the reflection corner because all y'all is out of order calling that girl a flea. Love at First Glow said, I wish the show was still filming because I want to know what's going on with Pinky. Based on the trailer, I don't think Shamia and her husband are doing. I hope it's just adding drama for TV. I believe Shamia and her husband are fine. They seem like a very loving couple. I may not like Shamia, but I do like to see, good married couples, and her husband does seem like he really, really, really loves the ground she walk on. And get in there. If you call that lady a flea, you get in there with her. You too. Everybody. Hey, don't do that. Miss Piggy was fabulous. She was fabulous. I used to love Miss Piggy, and she used to beat the hell out of Kermit. Love Miss Piggy. Miss Piggy's that girl. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Nobody can't say nothing bad about Miss Piggy. Now, y'all can talk about Kelly, but y'all watch what y'all say about Miss Piggy, okay? Because I love her. I love her in my heart. Okay? That's all I'm saying. It needs to be said. Because I love Miss Piggy. Right. Miss Piggy would never. She would never. Ever, ever, ever. Ever, ever, ever. Wait. Oh, Candy Butler. Thank you so much for the Cash App. I just saw Candy. Thank you, Candy. So look. So we get past that. And then K. Michelle and Charles Oakley. This was one of the funniest moments of the evening. This is how I know K. Michelle was absolutely needed on this show. K. Michelle was needed on this show. She was. And I don't care what nobody say. She was necessary. Ooh, Deborah is already saying she could do without Pinky Cole. That's tough. This is the first episode. I don't have no judgment yet, but I feel you on how you feel. I feel you on that. I'm reserving my judgment. I need to see more of her. But it was just something, that I'm that girl. It was it was a lot. I'm going to say that. It was a lot. But the exchange between K. Michelle and Charles Oakley, we got to talk about it. And I don't know why Brandon Miss Piggy is an icon. Miss Piggy is the icon. Every little girl put on her mama heels and put socks or tissue Kleenexes in one of her mama bras and put it on top of her dress and tried to strut around the house like Miss Piggy. We all did it. Just admit it. We all did it. That's all I'm saying. D. Michelle Lovely says, I believe K. Michelle is going to become one of my faves. Absolutely. Abso-doggone-lutely. Maybe, you know what? Maybe Pinky came on real strong because she felt like she needed to come on strong because it's her first season, first episode, and she didn't want to be a snooze. Sometimes they can do a lot. So let's not count Pinky out yet. But it just I'm just being honest. It threw me off all that. I'm that girl. It just did it. It was a lot. But listen. So Charles made the comment because they talking about where Shamea at or whatever. And is the name of Jennifer Lopez's first perfume. Oh, okay. See, I didn't know. Thank you for that. Look at you putting me up on game. Say the exchange with her. It was hilarious, is what it was. So he talking about SWV and with the empty plate because Shamea wasn't there and K. Michelle and then Porsha was like, yeah, because Shamea's a singer too and Drew or whatever. And K. Michelle gonna tell him how you gonna put me in a group? Them girls ain't no singers. I got to do this for a living. You trying to put me with people that and ain't you know what I'm saying? This ain't what they do. They know three singers. And she was like, that's like putting me on putting you on a team with dudes that can't dribble. And he's like, I can make them great though. K. Michelle was like, child, leave me alone with that. And she was funny. She talking about, man, Charles is a butthole, and that's cool because I like buttholes. Yes, because K. Michelle can be a butthole too. So I thought that was really funny. It was a good black kiki moment. I was like, thank you, Lord, bring back the regular, normal black moments, Lord. Because you all of the overproduced fake reality moments, that was a real reality moment. If y'all missed it, not Pinky's on watch. I didn't love her, but I don't dislike her either. There you go. Yeah, I don't dislike her yet, but it's a lot. Oh, I'm gonna give her a minute. I'm not gonna write her off. Pinky reminded me of Wendy herself. I was just waiting to hear if she had 4 degrees. Ooh. I'm not gonna take her all the way there because Wendy Osefo's first season, I didn't like her at all. I didn't like her even one little teeny tiny smidgen of a bit. I really didn't. And I wanted her gone. Like I wanted Wendy gone because Wendy's attitude came off very anti-Black American. Pinky didn't give that. Pinky didn't give anti-Black. She didn't give anti-Black American. It gave see my accolades, my accolades is my whole personality. That's what it gave. And I hope that's not real, but that's what it was giving. When Wendy first came on, Wendy very much gave anti-Black American, all while trying to be a member, not trying to be, but being a member of a Black American sorority because, you know, where you're from, you don't have any. That was what Wendy Osefo was giving. It was giving heavy tether energy in the worst way. Pinky definitely not giving anti-Black, but it was absolutely giving my accolades on my personality. Yeah, Drew should not be allowed to sing at a hog calling competition, and neither should Shamea. Yeah, she was trying to force herself into a group, but she was being very anti-Black American while doing it, and I wasn't digging it. Wendy really got beside herself after she got that cosmetic surgery. Wendy actually got better after she got the cosmetic surgery. The second season, after she fixed her body and all of that, she was a lot more bearable. And I think Wendy Osefo was more bearable because she saw how hard the public went at her, like all the backlash she got for all the anti-Black bull crap that she was shoveling. Wendy corrected hard after that. You know, she got by the time she got the surgery, she kind of pivoted to a place where a lot of us started to like her because she stopped being so insecure that all she could do was give anti-Black American and try to prove she was better than the Black American women on the cast. That was the same season she ended up snatching Giselle by her edges, and she won a lot of us over at that point. I would absolutely take Pinky over Drew. Absolutely. Confidence grew and she corrected because like the audience, I don't know if you was watching real hard as far as like the fans backlash. Wendy got a lot of fan backlash. I mean a lot of fan backlash. Like people was not digging what she was putting down. Yeah, surgery Wendy was much better than the original Wendy that looked like a broken cigarette. Child, Miss Jackie is bad to the bone. Pinky was introduced as Shamea's friend, but I think she's going to get close to Porsha. I don't know. I mean, she already know Porsha. Them people know each other. We don't know what that lady going to do. See? And that's why you had to go to the jail the first time. Calling them people fleas, sis, on the phone. So, anyway, so they had that moment. That's when Drew asked Porsha where Shamea was. Porsha was like, I don't know, maybe it's raining. So Porsha was not taking any of the bait. What I'm seeing is Angela, Drew, and Kelly don't have a lot to offer. So they think they're going to make the whole season about talking about Porsha and Shamea. And it's corny. It's weak, actually. It's very weak. So she's like, you know, I think it was Kelly was like, well, it's not raining no more. Or Drew said it's not raining no more or something like that. And so somebody else was like, well, maybe it's raining over there. You know what I'm saying? Because what the hell are you asking Porsha for? She don't have Shamea hid in no closet upstairs. She don't know where the hell Shamea at. All she can say is maybe it's raining, right? So I'm just, you know, peeping what's going on. Then we see that Shamea is still at home with Pinky and her husband, and she finds out that her husband called her and his plane got rerouted. So his plane did not come into Atlanta. Shamea said initially he wasn't really wanting to go, agreed to go. She got him an outfit ready to go. And then we hear him on the phone tell Shamia that his flight got rerouted. So I think he said he was in Carolina. The plane did not come into Atlanta. So I guess they had to send him to Carolina, and then I guess they'll bring him from Carolina into Atlanta. So she was sitting there. You could tell she was looking like, dang, they going to be on my neck because, you know, again, he's not coming with me. And so, you know, it is what it is, right? So then Angela, and back to Porsha's house, Angela asked Porsha if her and Mike was serious. Then Angela and Kelly talking about a timeline and when y'all met. Porsha said they met during COVID. They got real interested then. Oh, wait. Is that when she was saying she was engaged to Simon and this and that and blah, blah, blah. They're divorced. Get over it. Get over it, right? So then Shamia and Pinky finally make it to Porsha's house. Shamia came in talking about she nervous. Is it a setup? Like, I don't know why she's being weird. You're in the group. Y'all don't have to be friends. You were invited. Come in and be normal. Just stop being weird. It was a lot. Charles was like clowning them, talking about here they come 8 hours late. Charles is a very black man, and even though he is crotchety, he's funny, and I enjoy it. Drew has come off weird, hoping she redeems herself this season. The FaceTime didn't help it, though. It was very unnecessary. Yeah, Drew is a very weird chick. Very weird chick. I really can't get rid of. I can't get with her vibe. I used to say I like Charles. I think what turned me away from Charles, in all honesty, was that the statement that he made about Angela, that he, you know, he don't know how he ended up married to her. Maybe somebody put something in his drink, you know. To me, I just felt like, read the room, Charles. You know, people is saying stuff like you don't like her because they see how y'all interact. You know, unmarried people take stuff and run with it like they don't understand it. Sometimes married people don't relate to each other the way other people think they should. People making comments like, oh, he don't like her. And then for him to get onto a podcast and make a statement like that, I didn't like it, because I felt like, are you trying to embarrass this lady? Did you think it was funny to do that? And you can see that your wife has a problem with the way people perceive that marriage for whatever reason. Because we don't have to like Angela. I don't like Angela. After the June bug of it all and conspiring to lie on people and stuff, I don't like that lady. I'm gonna just be honest with you. But at the same time, I don't like the fact you're her husband. You're supposed to be her protector and her covering. If something makes her uncomfortable or something is making her feel insecure or you know, defensive, if the whole world is clowning her, you're not supposed to. You're supposed to be doing everything possible as her husband to make sure that she feels as secure as possible. She should feel defended by you, not having to defend herself from stuff that you say. So in all honesty, I was all for Charles last season. Charles was hilarious to me. I didn't take his antics seriously. I was just like, that's just his personality. You know, she like it, I love it. She know her husband. She ain't taking it like he don't like her. So obviously that ain't the case. So I was all right with him, and he really was hilarious to me. I like grumpy old dudes. They remind me of my father. My daddy was a grumpy old man. My uncles, I got a lot of grumpy old men in my family. So that didn't bother me. But when he pulled that stunt on that podcast, making that comment about how him and Angela ended up getting married, I didn't like it. I didn't like it one bit. And I can't say that I like him anymore, but he is entertaining. And I did enjoy his cutting up tonight a little bit. So anyway, when Shamia and Pinky got there, Porsha got up, greeted them. She greeted Shamia graciously, kissed her on both sides of her cheeks. Shamia still being goofy and dumb, talking about, oh, I had to hold my arms close because I didn't know if I was gonna have to do something. And that was the slowest hug ever. And it's like, girl, she greeted you and hugged you. What did you want her to do? This is the thing with Shamia. She makes things weird when they don't have to be. You can see that Porsha's being cordial, but not being close with you. She's going out of her way to show that she's being cordial. Y'all know y'all keeping y'all distance. She's still not willing to put on a show for these people. So just greet her, go your way. She gonna greet you, go her way. I don't understand why Shamia is making this weird. What is wrong with you? And so she's critiquing the speed of the hug. Y'all fell out. Y'all been friends since y'all was 15, and now you fell out. So at the end of the day, why are you critiquing the speed of a goddamn hug? Like that to me is the sign of a corny, lame hoe right there. No time for you, girl. How you? How are you? Say you look amazing. Thank you. Hope to see you in the new Gotham Discord. I'm coming. It's a new one or the same one. Inbox me in Discord because I think you got me in Discord. Inbox me and let me know if it's the same spot, and I'll show be in there. Thank you for the super chat, boo. D Michelle Lovely says she has to overcome the lapdog stigma and does. Okay. So look, she did that whole weird thing. Phaedra with her shade, talking about child Shamia look good. It's giving 360. If you can afford it, child, bad. If not, fill it up. And I'm sorry, but this is one time I agree with Phaedra. Shamia look good, y'all. Shamia look good. And I'm going to tell y'all this. Hey, Brandon McMullen, what's up? Let me tell y'all something. Shamia was hinting to y'all last season that she was going to do that body. Put a 5 in the chat if y'all remember Shamia kept saying, oh, I done got too big. My back too big. I've gotten too big. Put it in the chat if y'all remember that. When Shamia kept saying that, I said then, Shamia finna go slide on one of them people table. And when she come up off that table, she gonna burn the pee out y'all. And that's what she did. Shamia looks good. She always been a pretty girl. She can't dress worth a darn, but that heifer's pretty. Her complexion is lovely. I was very sad to hear that she went and let them people do that chemical peel or whatever and messed up her skin or whatever on her back or wherever they did it. But hopefully it heals up, and hopefully, she got her lawyer to stick it to him. But Shamia looked good. Phaedra ain't told not one word of a lie, baby. And apparently, first of all, we know Shamia's husband got plenty money. And it looked like he put plenty of money on his wife. Baby, Shamia looked good. She had the girls sitting up. I mean, the girls were sitting up there. Like a platter. They were sitting up there with no bra. How Finesse 2 times said, noodles, no pocket. Shamia had them sitting up high, no bra. They was just sitting up there. I said, what's going on, Shamia? Baby, her waistline was non-existent. The doctor done went in there. Some of them removed ribs. Looked like they removed Shamia whole midsection. Ain't leave nothing but a spine. Just snatched it out. And she already had a nice little shape, but more of a slender shapely than, the va-va-voom shapely. Child, please. That doctor went in there, did the bippity-boppity-boo, ain't had a waist left, and the bosom sitting up high, no bra. Just sitting up there. I say, come on, Shamia. I say, Phaedra, you better say that. You better say it, because everybody can't afford to do it like that. Some of these girls been going up there. What's them people in the discount surgery people? What they call the discount surgery people up there in New York, where all the girls on baddies be going to? Shamia didn't go to them. She went to somebody top of the line. What's that thing called? I don't remember. They was talking about it. Dang it. If I wasn't trying to say the name of that place. No, Dr. Miami is good. He ignorant as hell, but he's good. It's one of them. It's in Atlanta. What is that place called? It's a one-word name for it. One of y'all young people tell me what it's called. That great big old girl Rolly keep going to him. And that girl Meatball sent her mama to them people. Not Goals. Yeah, Goals Cosmetics. I think that is what it's called, Goals. This fool talking about fix a flat service. I can't stand you. And I love y'all at the same time. Goals. They be going up there getting that discount. Shamia ain't getting no discount, baby. Shamia done paid for the premium package, and she looked good. She do. So Phaedra was shading, but she was keeping it real. K. Michelle clowning everybody, talking about the FaceTime man. Porsha got a lady with a white wig playing a violin. She say, I'm sitting up in here in a goddamn Tyler Perry movie. What kind of mess is going on here? And it did look a mess. It did. I was trying to figure out what the lady in the white wig got to do with a mystic island, and what is the mystic part? Y'all ate food at a table. Where was the mystics? I ain't see nothing that looked mystic up in there. Maybe it wasn't nothing mystic because Porsha thought it was supposed to be majestic. I ain't see nothing look majestic either. I don't know what happened. Anyway, moving right along. So after all that done happened, Porsha talking about she gonna play the game Who Did That, okay? And so she asking questions, who made the first move to the Oakleys? Angela said it was him and he was trying to get something the first night. He say no, the hell he wouldn't. Then asked K. Michelle and her husband, who be picking arguments so they could hunch and make up. Both of them agreed it was her. She asked Pinky Cole and her husband, did they have any public moments? Thank God it wasn't like Mia and Uncle G talking about they was hunching in the Waffle House bathroom, but this was equally as creepy, but not as nasty. Because he said they was going to buy a house and the realtor was downstairs and they decided they was going to hunch upstairs while the realtor was in the same house. I said, oh, y'all nasty. Y'all is some nasty, strange people. Nasty, strange people. Yep, because Tyler gonna give you a bad wig. Yes, Shamia did have on the worst wig of the night. She absolutely did. Shout out to Shamia. Then asked Shamia, when it came to Shamia, she was like, if you could upgrade your husband with anything from an ex, what would you do? And she was like, oh, not Gerald, whatever Mwangi. Ain't nothing to upgrade. So Porsha said, yep. So the answer is nothing. She would upgrade nothing. Shamia was looking like she was ready to want to argue. Like, girl, there's nothing to argue about. They took your answer as nothing because your man is perfectly upgraded the way you like. There you go. So here comes Drew, being the weirdo that she is. Hold on, let me get a drink. Can anybody tell me who pulled Drew's cord? Who pushed her button? It was Shamia's question. Porsha asked, Shamia answered. They had a little back and forth, and Porsha was like, yep, okay, so her answer is nothing. She would upgrade nothing, you know. Here comes Drew. And where is your husband? We don't have to ask where yours is. He's in a basement, babe. Why you bothering Shamia? Shamia ain't said your name all night. And I don't like Shamia any more than I like Drew. Because both of them is some lying heifers. Okay? But why in the world, if Shamia ain't saying nothing to Drew Sadummy, why is your mouth open? Why? I was just sitting there like, because while Shamia had on the worst wig of the night, Drew was the runner-up. Because what the hell was that on her head? That thing looked like a motorcycle helmet. She looked like a blonde Sonic the Hedgehog. The way that stuff was slicked back, and that hairline was all hard and crusty looking. And what was all them stones and sparkles? Just a mess. Party Capricorn say, should have clapped back with yours still in the basement. Shamia actually gathered her. Shamia actually gathered that hooker. Sitting up there looking like Sonic the Hedgehog. Hell, I might have said it from across the room because, you know, Sonic will hit that spin on you. Don't come spinning at me. But yeah, they had the whole thing. They had the back and forth looking for her gotcha moment. I'm like, why are you always looking for a gotcha? Like, get a life. Give us a real personal story instead of fake stuff. And so Shamia ended up telling her, like, girl, focus on your Zoom call. And she's like, oh, you want to call your husband? Why would I need to call my husband? Then after she jumped out there trying to get a gotcha and it fell flat, then she turned around and was like, oh, you seem bothered. Bothered by what? You're bothering her. Leave that lady alone. She ain't saying nothing to you. Why is your mind on Shamia? Shamia's not even interested. Let's go even further. Shamia ain't even interested in Shamia. If I'm lying, stop me. If I'm telling the truth, put a 2 in the chat. Shamia done spent most of her time talking about Porsha. Shamia ain't even interested in Shamia. Drew, why are you interested in Shamia? Shamia don't even want to talk about Shamia. It's giving weird. It's giving weird. I'm sorry. Anybody who's a Drew fan, I ain't apologizing to you. I'm apologizing because I don't see the appeal. I'm not seeing it. You up here harassing a Shamia? Hey, I guess she left Porsha alone because Porsha literally paid her dust and fed it to her last season. So anyway, Cynthia was sitting there like she don't know what the hell Drew issue is. And I'm like, hell, at this point, I'm with you. I don't know what the hell Drew issue is. Do anybody know what the hell Drew issue is? So anyway, Phaedra was, making her joke about the 3-hour FaceTime because this man sat on there, like Phaedra say, with a ring light smiling. It looked peculiar as hell. Drew got the phone, y'all, propped up on the table. For those of y'all who didn't see it, phone propped up on the table. This Negro sitting up there in front of a ring light like this. What the hell? Meanwhile, earlier in the evening, they played the confessional talking about, oh, me on the phone. This my friend on the phone. We do a lot of things at night on the phone. Girl, you was hunching that man in real life. Just like you had Ty Nasty behind sucking on your neck like an old oxtail bone. Drew another one, just like Kelly. Need to put some ice on that hot pocket. Flinging it hither, thither, and yon. Just every which way. Make no goddamn sense. Just trifling as hell. Aries D would say, that was the weirdest thing. I was like, what is this? It was weird. Just sitting up there smiling, looking like a nut. Looking like Jigsaw. A grown man with a ring light. Sitting on the phone with you with that Sonic the Hedgehog wig. That was bizarre. That was some bizarre crap. I don't care what nobody say. So anyway, anywho, they asked when they got to Cynthia with the game, that weirdness, and who at the table, who you done had a sex dream about at the table, and sent talking about, well, who done had one about me? And I was like, Lord, who made up these questions? Like, I'm gonna just say this. Candy Burris was in charge of the sleazy things on RHOA. Can we just agree to that? Can we agree to that, y'all? That's all I'm gonna say. Candy Burris was in charge of the sleazy stuff on RHOA. I see a yes. Put a yes in the chat if I'm right. If Candy is no longer there, y'all need to leave sleazy alone because you're not sticking the landing. Porsha apparently thought she could pick up the baton on the sleazy, and it's not coming across. It's coming across as awkward. It's just not flying. Candy gave y'all dungeons and vibrating panties. Porsha in here asking people who they done had sex dreams about. I don't need it. Yeah. Porsha definitely should have called Candy and asked Candy to make up the questions for her, or better still, just ask Candy to borrow some of her stuff in order to go ahead and do a game, because it's corny as hell. There go my nephew. What's going down, Showface? Good. Y'all, hey, everybody in the chat, tell Showface what's happening. You know he don't come over here often. Good to see you, boo. So look, they got past that. Then they gonna ask, I don't know who asked. I think it was Angela. One of them gonna ask Porsha when the last time she was intimate with the man. They say 9 months ago. Everybody looking like 9 months. And that's the other reason why I say Porsha wasn't going with that man. Porsha was already going with that girl. What's her name? Sway Swing. That's what I'm talking about. Yep, I'm up in here. I'm gonna have to slide by the Discord. so I can catch up with everybody on your side of the fence, child. Because I know y'all got the dirt over there. So look, 9 months. Porsha ain't been around no man 9 months and kept her skirt tail down. If y'all believe that, I got some land to sell you in the middle of the Everglades, a high rise too. If you believe that, they 9 months, because she was already going with that woman. Porsha had already decided that she was playing for the other team and she was going with women only, and decided to bring that man so she could do a soft launch of her lesbian persona. Now, y'all can say what you want to say, but that's what I'm going to believe until I see something different. That's what I'm talking about. Sway, that's the girl named Sway. She was already going with Sway. Her and Sway was the real item. The man was the decoy, because she wanted the soft launch into her lesbian persona. I'm telling y'all, that's what that was. Now, you can believe it or not. That was the segue. Hey, sadly mistaken. That was the goddamn segue. That was the segue. Say, yep, this is a soft launch into the stud. The scenes with the guy are space fillers. That's exactly what the hell it is. So I was like, okay, I see that. So they did the whole marriage joke, and K. Michelle acted like, she was, Kelly went running up there like she was going to be efficient, but K. Michelle took over. Kelly was so superfluous and just really didn't matter. And I was like, you don't matter. You don't. You have nothing to offer. Pinky walked in. She talking about Pinky's not a girl's girl. Meanwhile, everybody liked Pinky but you. Okay, now here you go, knowing you don't like Porsha. Porsha up here with the man, they making marriage jokes, and here you come running your little sawed off midget tail up there like you finna officiate. Child, K. Michelle made the scene because she talking about some to what she say, to be with this man and for 3 nights of pleasure and or whatever she said. I was like, oh God, K. Michelle is a nut. So they had a good old kiki with that. And Phaedra's a nut talking about teach us the ways of your JJ. Do not teach me none of the ways of your JJ, because her JJ done got her with an old African with a broken jammy who be scamming and trying to take people money. It done got her with Cordell, who is questionable, and people say he pitch and catch. Okay, if you get what I'm saying. It got her with Dennis, who was cheating on her while she was pregnant and had rumors of going with animals. It then got her with the other man that was the ball player that she ended up miscarrying a baby for, and he wasn't no good. So please do not teach me the ways of your JJ. Now it got her with a woman. Hell no. Whatever her cat know, she need to keep that to herself. Don't you tell hell. What old mister said on Color Purple, better not never tell nobody but God, it'll kill your mama. Because I don't want to know the ways of Porsha's but JJ. You keep that. Whenever that lesson being taught, excuse me from class. Candy Butler, thank you for the super sticker, sis. I appreciate you. Yeah, Kay got the job done. Kay sold a joke. I don't know why Kelly went running up there trying to put herself in the middle of something. Girl, you ain't in the middle of nothing. You and Shamia over there in the middle of being fake. Now that's what the hell going on. So anyway, the men went out there, they rolling cigars and stuff. Angela in there with the women trying to stir the pot with Porsha and Shamia, and Porsha kept it positive, squashed it, didn't let it go nowhere. Talking about where y'all at. She's like, we're fine. Everything's fine. I wish her the best. I don't want nothing but something good for her. Blase Skippy. Cynthia segued. Cynthia didn't even let the corny new chicks stir the pot with that, because that the pot been turned off. It's as stiff as cold cheese grits. It ain't moving. Move on. So Cynthia, segue like, child, they're fine. I want to know about Shamia and Drew. Like, what the hell is y'all problem? Like, basically, Cynthia trying to get to the bottom of why the hell Drew is focused on Shamia. Shamia ain't even talking to you, but you focused on Shamia. If you was gonna question Shamia about anything, it should have been about that strange 27 piece on her head. That's what you should have been asking Shamia about, instead of asking her about her goddamn man. You should have said, girl, who kitchen did you sit in to get that 27 piece? Because Shamia knows she got way too much money to be walking around looking like she looking. Okay? Way too much money. That's the only question anybody in that room should have been asking Shamia. Okay? Now, which projects did you go to to get that 27-piece glued to that stocking cap on your head. Now, did you go to Riverdale Junction? Was you over in the West End? Is there any projects left in the West End? You know they done tried to gentrify it and drive all the black folk out. Was you over in the SWATs getting this done? Where did you go? Did this happen in Decatur? Did it happen in East Point? Where did you go to get this 27-piece glued to your head? That's the only question anybody should have asked Shamia. But, you know, Simp was trying to get what it was. And so Porsha even jumped in and was like, well, Shamia did apologize already. Like, she went on YouTube and she apologized to everybody, you know, like, hey, let's just move on. Because I think Porsha just didn't want no mess in her house. She was like, look, the girl done went online. She done apologized to everybody. And they played the clip of Shamia apologizing, like, oh, if I offended anybody, I'm sorry or whatever. Then you got Drew in the confessional, call herself trying to, you know, pick at Shamia, like, oh, I'm sorry. And I don't know why I'm sorry, but I'm from Decatur and I'm sorry. And I'm sitting there like, Drew, out of you to try to take it to, oh, I'm from Decatur and picking at her accent. Meanwhile, you couldn't get nothing jumping in Chicago. You had to bring your butt to Atlanta in order to get on. See, I'm not real cool on people coming from up north, getting down to the south, picking at people's accents when you could have stayed where the hell you was. Oh, but you couldn't, because wasn't nothing happening for you where you was. You had to go down there to the crib, to the south, to the bottom, to the home place to get your money right. Because we ain't forgot. I didn't. Like, watch that. I ain't really like that. Like I said, I don't like Shamia, but I ain't like that. I thought that was like, you know, if you want to just talk about the fact that you felt like her apology was disingenuous, touche, my nigga, because I thought it was disingenuous. Shamia ain't meant that. Shamia was full of crap. Shamia did that apology and basically is sat up there with her mama and her auntie, whoever that was, right after that apology, with them boosting her up like, oh, you know, people jealous of you. And even in that apology, if I did anything to make you feel small or less than, nobody felt small or less than. Shamia, people didn't like you because you was a schemer, a manipulator, and a liar, just like your mama, Miss Sarah. Drew could have spoke to what it was, but without making it into a, oh, I'm going to take shots at the Southern girl about your accent and you from Decatur. Girl, she from Atlanta, but you had to come to Atlanta to get your money to move. Because I ain't forgot the messages that your sassy husband put out that you was having to ask him for $500 because you didn't have it. And you had to ask him for it because he didn't even give you access to the money. And this same man was able to try to humiliate your mama on national TV because you still ain't have your stuff together. Girl, please. That's all I'm saying. I didn't like that. Hey, Kashana, thank you for being 114, boo. Right. I ain't like that. I'm not from Decatur, but I'm a Southern girl. And I just feel like you need to realize, watch your mouth. When you got to come down to the South to get your money moving, watch what you say about the South. Because apparently you couldn't get nothing to shake. Where the hell you from? Nothing. Wasn't nothing shaking for you up there, baby. Wasn't nothing shaking for you nowhere. So you had to come back down to the South. Negroes like her really irritate me. Like literally, like everybody who up top ain't got people in the bottom. But I'm gonna leave that alone. But I ain't like that. I thought that was just like more weird, goofy, typical reasons why I don't like Drew. But anyway, so she did that whole thing. Then Drew decides she gonna bust her out for saying that she agreed with that she didn't agree with Angela making up them stories about Phaedra and Junebug. And Phaedra jumped in and was like, yeah, after the reunion, Drew was trying to talk to her, whatever, talking about getting to know her. And Phaedra told her, I don't really want to get to know nobody that was sitting up plotting to lie on me, which Phaedra wasn't wrong for that. But then Phaedra had to be weird because Phaedra's a weirdo. So she's put that out there. Angela was looking crazy, but she didn't really want to say too much. So she tried to get Buck like, oh, it wasn't about that. It was about my husband. Girl, shut up about your husband. Didn't you just tell us in the first scene when you committed attempted murder with a hockey puck hamburger on your husband that you wasn't debunking no more rumors. So don't be talking about my husband and trying to get booked. Girl, your friend was talking behind your back, went to Phaedra to tell her that, you know, she ain't really agree with what you did, telling that man to lie on her. And Phaedra told her, if you didn't agree with it, why did you go along with it? Now, that's what that were. Now, Drew talking about, well, Angela already knew I didn't agree, but Angela didn't know that you went to go talk to the lady she lied on behind her back. She didn't know that. She ain't know that. Okay? So they did that whole little weird back and forth thing. And so then Angela tried to backpedal. Now, this is very important because everybody gonna get hung up on the fact that Phaedra tried to play semantics with the words. And I'm gonna get to that too. But I caught what Angela did. Because so she tried to like deflect from the fact that she lied on that lady. You lied on Phaedra. You lied on her. And then you coerced that boy to help you lie on Phaedra. And then the other boy, Alex, put you out there because we did videos listening to the recordings and playing them back and taking notes live right here on YouTube. You lied on that lady and you coached that boy what lies you wanted told on that lady. Like, and then you got him on that camera, had him telling lies about somebody named Junebug. Huh? So anyway, she she says to Phaedra, this was her way of backpedaling out of all the lies she told. Well, I mean, I'm just saying that stuff just didn't make sense and it was just lining up. And that person did come up to me, even if you didn't know they came up to me. Mind you, at the reunion, you didn't say, oh, I don't know if Phaedra knew the girl came up to me. You came on the reunion and was like, you sent that girl to tell me I'm the one with the hands like it was a threat. Now that you're talking about it again, even if you didn't know she came up to me. So I personally feel as though Phaedra caught that and was doing some of that stuff they be doing in the courthouse. She was bluffing her to see what she was going to say and was like, oh, I had somebody review the tapes and that did not happen. Right? Now, mind you, you got Kelly over here with her 2 foot tall self, inch high private eye, talking about, wait, they can roll tape and hear what she say. Nobody said nothing about hear what she say. Phaedra said, I had somebody review the tape and nobody with me walked up to you, is what she was saying. She didn't say she heard what was said. She said nobody walked up to Angela, right? But I caught what she said. So then production was like, so you got a copy of the tape. Phaedra then, again, semantics, that lawyer bull crap. Like them DAs be pulling on people when they trying to get people to tell on themselves or confess. So she was like, no, I do not have a copy of the tape, but I had it reviewed. And so I'm like, okay, so basically you saying you had, what she's alleging is that she had somebody who worked there look at the tape to see if they saw anybody that was with her walk up to Angela. So Angela like, yeah, I would like to see the tape. I would like to see the tape. At the end of the day, even if she finds somebody to take a copy of that tape, make a copy of a tape, bring it to them, even if she bring proof, Angela just gonna tell a different lie. And Phaedra, I'm like, mind you, Phaedra is playing with words. She not lying on nobody. But at this point, Phaedra trying to match Angela lie for lie to make Angela tell the truth. Angela is not going to tell the truth. Even if you bring hard evidence, Angela just gonna tell another lie. And Pink Pilates Princess says she still wants justice for Junebug because at this point, I'm tired of Junebug and the whole mess, and I'm real mad that we ended up back at the Junebug. Angela, you did what you did. You got caught, and then when you apologized, you did it on some weird internet Zoom call with Claudia Jordan and some other person that nobody knows. Like you got on national TV and tried to lie on that lady, thought you could get her out of a job, only to get to the reunion and find out that she had a guaranteed contract for a couple of years. It was embarrassing for you. Gossip News said, can Angela just stop bringing up Junebug? She can, but she won't. She can, but she won't. It was embarrassing. You played it. So after all that happened, child, K. Michelle gets up and walks away because she was like, y'all are Looney Tunes and I don't want nothing to do with this. She said, I was here to see some bougie Americans in the African man house and that ain't what I'm getting. She just left. Mind you, everybody was, Porsha was like, look, y'all need to table this and let that go. Just table this stuff, and let's not do it. And Kelly was like, I just want to ask one question. I just want to say one thing. And I'm sitting there like, if they shutting down all the mess, this is not your cue to like, let me try to get some more mess in because I wasn't a part of the mess. Let me just say one thing. So I'm sitting there like, say one thing as how? As what? So anyway, Kelly up here bothering Porsha about her and Shamea. Well, what was in the text messages with you and Shamea and this and that? And mind you, Shamea sitting over there looking stupid because, of course, that's her butt buddy. So she done put Kelly up to go try to stir up and make the conversation because, of course, Shamea's whole personality is Porsha. Your whole personality is either I'm Porsha's fake friend and I'm going to pretend like Porsha's bullying me, or I'm going to try to beef with Porsha because that's going to be my whole storyline. So she done push Kelly up. And once again, ain't nobody going to convince me that's not what happened until I see proof otherwise, because that's what it looked like. Shamea sitting off to the side in the cut looking like this, like she waiting to see what Porsha going to say, when in reality, the girl is only asking about text messages because you told her. Think about it now. If Porsha and Shamea had a text message argument between the two of them, Porsha ain't said nothing to nobody. It wasn't on camera. It wasn't at the reunion. If Kelly know about it to ask Porsha, it's because Shamea already told her. So if Shamea done already told you, why the hell are you asking Porsha on camera other than you and Shamea sat there and cooked that up? Oh, this would be a way to start an argument. Baby, Porsha shut that thing down so quick. I mean, toot sweet. She said, whatever went on between me and Shamea is between me and Shamea. You not a part of that. I said, Your move, Kelly. Meanwhile, Shamea off to the side like, yeah, because you tried to get some mess going and you sent this little yapping chihuahua to do it and she flunked. She flunked. And she still tried to push it. And Porsha was like, girl, you trying to antagonize me and you doing a lot. You doing way too much. You doing way too much. And just she shut her down. And she was like, basically like saying she'll deal with shortcake at another time. Calling that girl shortcake is hilarious. Angela at that point gets up to follow K. Michelle outside to see what she was doing. Low key, I feel like, okay, well, K. Michelle didn't get to go be around her husband. I'm gonna go be around my husband. And I guess she wanted to make sure K. Michelle wasn't saying nothing or repeating nothing or God knows. You know, Angela's weird. So she jumped up and went out there. Next thing you know, then it looked like Drew followed Angela, then everybody ended up out the door or whatever. Then Porsha's friend that she called him her friend, Mr. Mike, you know, her stand-in, her beard, you know, whatever, her mustache. I don't know what you call it when a woman is pretending to be straight. What is that called? Anyway, talking about, I want to thank everybody for coming. Child, the ladies, not all the women had me cackling on that one, y'all. All of the ladies had me cackling on that one. Because they was like, first off, he's sitting at the head of the table with her like they were hosting a dinner. But I guess kind of because she was the host and it was a couple's dinner, so I guess they had to sit together. And they was like, and now he thanking everybody for coming in her house. It was just funny. I thought that was very, very funny. Everybody had jokes about that. But the coming attractions, y'all. When I say the coming attractions are madness, absolute madness, because it looks like Porsha gonna have a sit down of sorts with Kelly and somebody else, and she's like, girl, you know, busting her out about the fact that the people in the streets is saying that Kelly was going with somebody's husband. So I don't know what all going on. I'm gonna say this. I also heard that the woman that Charles Oakley was sleeping with behind Angela back is a friend of Kelly's too. Now that's some more gossip that's out there. I don't know if it's real, but if what they saying about Kelly is true, it ain't that hard to believe that could have been a friend of hers that was doing whatever. But that's another one. Oh, it's still called a beard. Thank you, because I didn't know. So I'm just letting y'all know the gossip that's out. I don't know if it's true. I'm just saying that that's what the people is saying. I've heard it on more than one occasion. So I guess we'll find out what's what. But the people been talking about Kelly. I didn't know nothing about that girl like that. But people, you know, her coming on television is making the people who do know her And the stuff that they saying ain't cute. The stuff being said by Kelly ain't cute at all. It ain't cute at all. So, you know, that lady got churn. So hopefully it don't get too hectic on screen. But y'all know one thing about it. Reality TV can be very unforgiving. Sometimes things come out that you would rather not come out, but that's just what it is. Okay. But look, I'm going to drop the StreamYard real quick. I'm going to read a few comments. We ain't going to stay all night, but I'll drop it. I will do that. So if y'all got something you want to, put on it or tell me what y'all think about something, I'm here for it for a little bit. But overall, Adrienne Marie say she get an episode of 8. I'm going to give them an 8. I think it was a solid start to the season, but let's see where it goes. Y'all know Potomac started solid, and then they got a little funky. So I ain't got no high hopes, no low hopes, none of the hopes. But it started off decent. I'm going to give them an 8 too. Honestly, Adrienne Marie, if I'm being real, they can get an 8. I do want to see if we're going to find out what the hell caused the situation between Drew and K. Michelle. Because something's going on there. Drew is being weird. The fact that Porsha had to say, don't argue with her lets me know something absolutely went on. And I'm kind of interested what goes on between Kelly and Pinky Cole, because it's something to that too. Gossip news. Tell me what you got for it. Give me what you got for a poke shot.
Let's see. Shamea needs to go. She's just trying to be Porsha 2.0. Kelly is weird annoying this season. Angela, I forgot she was even part of this season. K. Michelle, great addition. Porsha, just living your truth. Phaedra, I don't really deal with her, but she's right when she's right. And Drew just needs to get a lifestyle and move somewhere else, please.
You ain't lying.
Drew brings nothing to the show except for her and her bag wigs that she can't style to save no one's lives. She can't style well. She can't put on great wigs. We all know she really can't sing that she's trying to compare herself to K. Michelle. I heard that she was a singer. Girl, she is a singer. She better than you.
She said used to be a singer. She had the nerve to say, I heard she used to be a singer.
I know. And I said, Drew, and what are you? Because I haven't heard you sing at all really well, except for that one reunion when you sang that breakup song. That was horrible.
That was so embarrassing.
That was tacky. Pinky, I didn't really like her because of the whole I'm that girl, but I'll take her over Drew. I will. Kelly, the streets are talking, and Kelly is shady. We'll say that part.
So what's your overall rating for this episode? What you gonna give them, 1 through 10?
I give them an 8. It was a great starters episode.
It
was decent. It wasn't bad. It wasn't really good, but it was right at that 8 level. Like, we could have done good if, Shamea wasn't trying to be like, oh, why is Porsha inviting me to the party? You gotta go. It's a cast party. You gotta go.
Well,
if you didn't want to go,
you didn't make the point that, trying to be in a good place with everybody, that it wouldn't have been a good look to invite everybody but her. And I'm glad that Porsha was mature enough, regardless of whatever else I think of Porsha. I'm glad she had enough sense, enough savvy, and was decent enough and mature enough to know excluding one person from the cast or trying to split the cast in half is not good for the show, and it ain't a good look.
I agree. And to me, it's trying to be like, what's her motive? Girl, if you don't go to this party and just be quiet, go to the party, don't say nothing much. We all know your husband wasn't showing up anyway. Your husband did show up last season.
Gossip news. Can we be fair? We heard the man tell her that he was not. His plane was rerouted. There was no way for him to come.
That is true.
There was no way. It could not happen.
Mm-mm.
There was no way for that to happen. What I will say though is I think that the whole I can't believe she invited me. I can't believe she invited me. Is it a setup? She hugged me too slow. I think that was her basically telling on herself that she was counting on this season, her storyline being I'm beefing with Porsha. Last season, she basically tried to make her storyline Porsha's a bad friend. She's bullying me. And when Porsha really wouldn't have the moment with her, wouldn't beef with her, wouldn't put on a show for the camera, then she, was able to turn on her openly. So I think that Shamia came into this season thinking that this season storyline was going to be me and Porsha clash. We're beefing. And Portia's not feeding into it. So I don't think she kind of knows where to take things at this point. I don't think she knows where to go with it.
She doesn't because, to me, to be honest, she's talking. Her issues with Portia is more of she's insecure. She she was a friend of the show. She became a housewife. Once you become a housewife, and your other friend who brought you onto the show is also a housewife, you going to have classic personalities. And then all of a sudden, to me, it's like, oh, I'm so close to Kelly, girl. You weren't close to Kelly last season. The only reason why you were close to Kelly at the reunion was because Britt wasn't there, and you needed an ally to go against Portia, which was Kelly.
Fair.
And,
Fair play.
and I'm going to say this: that basket that Mia made was I am offended on so many levels.
That was bad. That basket
You
was
don't
bad.
you don't give an 18-year-old who's graduating alcohol, condoms, a pregnancy test. And then talking
That
about,
was not
oh
the
well, we all know that college students like to drink. She's 18, and Kelly was just weird
I
about
didn't
being
like
like
that.
laughing about. I'm gonna get you when your daughter goes to college. No, because at that point I would have told her take this basket and I'm leaving your house.
Yeah, that didn't look good. That didn't look good at all. It was really bad.
And I do agree with you that Portia was long with that one long before she was with that guy.
Mm, yeah, the guy was just a prop. He was a prop. He was a prop.
A problem, a very bad one.
Yeah, he's not a good actor. Good thing acting is not his thing because he's not a good actor at all. Shout
Mhm.
out to TJ. TJ acted like a, obsessed weirdo stalker who was possibly gay. This guy
That
just
is
kind
true.
of sat there. This dude sat there like, a piece of furniture. He was just there.
Yep.
TJ sold it to me.
Look,
TJ sold it
TJ
to me.
didn't
I
sell
was
it.
scared of TJ.
Look, and Drew with black. I'm like Drew, you're not helping your case. You saying that, oh, he's my friend, and like, girl, your date is your friend that Portia said that you were dating,
That you lied about.
that you lied about. Why would you do that? You, I would have Drew showed him, be like, oh, I don't have a date.
What's funny is that the people who like Drew will still sit there and be like, what did she lie about? We're
A
look
lot.
we're looking at the lie, and they'll still say, well, what is she lying about?
Let's see, she's lying about dating black.
She's lied about everything. I'm just saying, like in general, that's how her fans act.
Right.
They
Also,
will
I'm
sit
just
there
gonna
and
say
look at the lie, and then when we mention the lie that she just recently told, they'll say, well, what is she lying about?
it is true. I'm gonna say this. Drew was just being weird, being pressed on Samia. It
Mm.
came off. It's the first season of the episode. I'm gonna make sure that I get my piece before you get your. it's like I'm going to keep my peace by fighting with you because we all know Drew really doesn't have no storyline unless she's beefing with Shamia, Porsha, and now K Michelle.
Right.
She has no real. Her
Mm-mm.
first session was
She
fine. The
goes
first time
around
was good.
and Drew provokes and antagonizes people, and then when they respond, she becomes a victim, and that's
Yes,
her gag.
that's how she. That's what she did when she was beefing with Kenya, and then she went go messing with Latoya, and Latoya came back at her. Then
And
she's
then
acting like she was a victim.
she did the same thing to Sonya Richards Ross. Like she
hmm
antagonizes,
She,
when they respond, she's a victim. Everybody's picking on me.
hmm she did it. Then she did it with Sheree.
She does
It
it with everybody.
becomes
She
it
does it
becomes
with
a
everybody.
she does it with everyone to where it becomes a pattern where that's why Portia really wasn't really dealing with her last season.
Yeah,
She's
she
like,
didn't
I
even
know you're a
respond
game
to
game.
her. And then when she did, she told us about Black, and Drew started vibrating and screeching.
hmm Look, and
But
that
anyway,
I'm saying,
give me your final thoughts. We've been here for 2 hours, 40 minutes, and 42 seconds. What's your
um,
final thoughts, Gossip News?
final, final, my final thoughts.
Yeah.
Drew, Shamia, and Kelly need to go.
Oh,
All three of them.
in that
I
order?
can't take first Shamia, Kelly, then Drew. At least with Drew, I can handle her. I can't take Shamia and Kelly Flea. I can't. I cannot.
That's tough, but I'm with you. I'm with you. I think a lot of
And
people
then,
agree with you on that one. All right. Well, Gossip News, I
uh,
appreciate you for popping through, boo.
you're welcome. Talk to you later.
All right. Bye. All right, y'all. Y'all know what it is. Look, we had us a good old time tonight. So we will be back throughout the week because you already know. Oop, if you're on Central Standard Time, it's 11:11. Make a wish. Anywho, but y'all know we probably gonna be back during the week because more mess is going to come out. It always happens this way. Once the season starts, everything that everybody's been holding back, they start leaking. And you know, a lot of times these girls have not seen these episodes. They see the episode, I think, like a week before we do, or a few days before we do. So just be ready because I feel like mess is about to bubble to the surface. And as it does, we gonna bubble up right along with it. So be ready, be ready for your notifications. Make sure you're in Discord because anytime I go live, I always make sure everybody in Discord knows first because that's what time it is. You know what I'm saying? So look, y'all know what time it is. You do. I know you do. If you didn't hit that like button on the way in, I need you to please know every single time we go live on this good channel. All right. And make sure you're in Discord so you'll know because I let them know first. Okay. Subscribe if you have not subscribed already because you know we are happy to have you here. And if you want to join channel membership and put that crown by your name, please, by all means, hit the join button beneath the video or the membership link in the description box. Now, also in that description box, we got the link from my book, Little Girl, Big World. It is a survival guide for our girls leaving home for the first time. Let's normalize giving them that instead of gift baskets with condoms, alcohol, and pregnancy tests, okay? Give them a survival guide. As always, y'all see my information. Reach out to me. If you have a girl who needs one, I'll make sure that they get one free of charge. The link is in the description box. And also, if you go to Amazon.com and put in my name, Seanitra, it will pop right up, okay? But please, let's protect our girls. Let's not give them alcohol and pregnancy tests and condoms, please. Thank you. All right. Also in that description box, we got the link to our merchandise store so you can represent the royal family with your crown gear. We got the link to our storefront on Amazon so you can shop for your home like I shop for mine. And my wish list, in case y'all want to send any type of support, snacks, goodies, notebooks, pens, all that stuff, because you know the notes keep the gossip straight. All that's in there. And shout out to people like my Sweet Iron Butterfly, my Lauren Brown, my Bianca, and many others who will time to time send me a little pick me up or little trinkets, just things to let me know they're thinking about me, and it means a lot. I want to say a special thank you to Catherine Bennett for supporting the live. Catherine Bennett, Iron Butterfly, Lala Chanel, to Terrence, to Richard Wilson, to Nashina M, to Miss Nisi, and also to No Time for You, also to Adrienne Marie, also to Deborah Randall, also to Jackie Gaines, also to Candy Butler for supporting the live. Thank y'all so much. Y'all have a great evening. When you get up tomorrow, getting ready to take on the week, remember to be positive, be productive, encourage the people around you, and remember to save some energy to encourage yourself. And as always, in case nobody else says it, please remember, honey, God loves you, I love you, and there is absolutely nothing you can do about it. I'm going to talk to y'all again soon, okay? Bye, y'all.